You're now watching the Gobcast. Viewer discretion is advised.
Ladies and gents, boys and girls, welcome back to the Gobcast, episode something. I don't really know where we're at, but as you can see here, we're out in the wild right now. We're outside once again. To hell with the studio. We've lit it on fire. We're on vacation. Ladies and gentlemen, we're up in Northern California in the beautiful Emerald Triangle, and specifically, we're in a little town called Willow Creek. And right now, we're going to visit my friend Luke's farm, who's got a very, very expansive setup that I think you guys are going to love to see. It is 6:30 about a.m. right now. I barely slept last night, but hopefully I'm going to get woken up by some beautiful, beautiful plants today, and hopefully you guys enjoy it too. Now, before we head over there, I need to clarify a couple things. First and foremost, why I'm here. This guy has probably the sickest farm I've ever seen, and he grows at a huge scale that I don't think you guys are ready for. So you guys are going to be very interested in it. He should be here in just about 5 minutes, and yeah, see you guys there. Ladies and gentlemen, we've made our way up the mountain a little bit here, taking our little commute, and we're here with my boy Luke.
Yes,
and,
sir.
I got to say, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for
yeah.
having us, dude.
Second time, baby.
I know. Yep. We're back. We're back.
Get to see the updates.
For those of you guys who are watching at home who somehow haven't seen your content on YouTube or haven't seen this farm before, where are we at, and how would you introduce yourself?
So we're at Terp Mansion, guys, which is a very unique micro business because we're here at the crib. I literally live here with the family. I got a full-on micro business, mixed light, indoor, processing, every permit, you name it. We do everything except BHO here. So we got the hash room, edibles, basically everything. So that's what we're doing here.
I got to ask, why not BHO?
We just did rosin because it's more of a higher quality thing, kind of jives more with the products I'm trying to make. I would do BHO potentially. I feel like it is almost making a comeback. Maybe because of the price point.
I brought a $10 slab of shatter the other day, and I smoked the whole thing. It was fire.
Exactly. So it might be a thing that we do here eventually. It's seeming to make a comeback. So who knows? Maybe that'll be one more permit that I got to grab for the processing building because we can get it. It's just I haven't done it. We did it back in the medical days. Lots of BHO before the rosin, right? Yep. You know, we started the rosin with the hair straighteners and then evolved from there. That's
Now, we're going to go through effectively a full day of your work here from start to finish. It's bright and early. Like you guys heard earlier, it is the crack of dawn right now, 7 a.m. And where are we heading first?
So first in the morning, I always do the morning rounds right before all the employees get here, before everyone needs me for something. You know what I mean? So I'll hit this usually first. Then I'll go into the indoor, the nursery, everything right here. Then we'll hit the property next door. And then we'll go to... that's when the employees will start coming in. We'll go into the hash room and make sure everyone in production is set and going. And then we'll go over to the golf course farm because we're going to harvest today a bunch of zushi, which is fire, guys. So we'll be doing that. And you'll be chopping some weed just like last time.
Yes, sir. I'm going to work today, guys.
And we'll hang a bunch. Then we'll, smoke a bunch. Maybe walk through some of the new builds that we got going on, which are pretty sick. And just go through a couple 100,000 plants today, guys.
Beautiful. Well, let's get it started.
Let's do it. All right, spaceship first.
All right.
Spaceship first. We built this thing. This was my first mix light. So this is what really, I made a bunch of money after this thing, and was able to expand and build all the other properties.
I mean, you can see from the outside what's going on in here, guys. Look in there.
Super high tech, for sure. The thing with the mix light like this is it has absolutely everything an indoor has, plus the sun.
Yeah, the concept of this is crazy. This is not just a greenhouse and it's not just an indoor setup, it's both.
It's both, really. It's bleeding into summer right now, so the lights, the above canopy lights will only be on for 2-3 hours. Yeah. And they turn off based on the PPFD. So if the sun's out enough, lights turn off. If the sun goes behind a cloud, lights turn on.
Wow.
And just keeps it at that nice PPFD. They go up and down 1% at a time, the LEDs.
Yeah.
Versus an HPS light, which just turns on and off.
Yeah.
You can't keep that like exact PPFD. So this greenhouse right here has almost 4,000 plants in it.
God damn,
And
bro.
this is like my highest end production mixed
Show them
light.
how far back that goes. Show the people all 4,000 of these plants real quick. Give them a good high up.
These are day 10 of flower, so we
Okay.
still have about up until about day 21 they'll go vertical and slowly grow their like poof balls, little white hairs and stuff. And then by day 21 they're not growing vertical anymore.
Yep.
They're just flower. And then by these strains in here are about 63-day strains. Sometimes in the sun, heat of the summer, that'll shave a couple days off. So it'll be more like a 58-day in the summer, just because that PPFD of the sun is really, really ripping. You know what I mean? It's a lot hotter. It's a lot. It just finishes the plants quicker.
Yep.
So
what are you running in here right now?
right now we have a bunch of Blue Andes, which is the Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies.
That's the one we smoked yesterday.
Yeah, super fire by DJ Short Blueberry. That's my production candy, my main production candy right now.
Yeah.
We have some Red Velvet Gary, which is Red Velvet by Gary Payton.
Ooh,
That one's
okay.
super bomb. There's some Frosted Runts. There's some Unicorn Runts, two other candies. And then I believe that's it for this house. The next couple houses we go in, like the Rosin Wrangler and stuff, has a lot of my hash strains, Gorilla Blues, and my peaches crosses, my Moroccan peaches, stuff like that. We do about anywhere between 40 to 50 strains. It's kind of what I keep in house.
Load, dude.
It's a lot, but like I used to be able to grow one strain in this. But now people don't want 400 pounds of the same thing.
Yep.
They want 50 pounds of 8 different flavors.
Yep.
You know what I mean? This house pulls about 400 pounds.
Seems like a very candy forward room in here too.
It's a candy forward room because it's the most high tech room I got with the under canopies, the above canopy lights, just everything is dialed, heated benches, rolling tables, just everything to where I can make this look like indoor. And when you're making mixed light look like indoor, you're making money because I'm selling it for indoor prices, but growing it for cheaper.
Yeah, it's what people care about nowadays, dude.
You know? And the terps test higher because it's also getting the sun. Like I'll grow the same strains in my indoor, and the terpene tests will be, 3-4% in here versus the indoor will be like 2 to 3. You know?
You're pulling 4% terps on flower
I
in
have,
here?
for sure.
That's
crazy. Depending the strain, Gorilla Glue and stuff like that.
That's
definitely.
nuts.
Yeah.
Wow.
For sure. And then all these tables roll, so everyone's always like, how do you get in between these things?
Yeah.
Literally, you just roll them like this. There's only one walkway at a time.
You good?
Careful, don't trip. Camera guy almost fell.
Almost lost Chris, guys.
So yeah, you just open these up and one walkway at a time. That way we maximize our canopy. You know what I mean? There's not a bunch of walkways. Like there's just weed everywhere.
These plants are looking good.
Super healthy. You can see they're starting to get their white hairs.
Yep.
And then
Just something to start to form there.
Standing up like this, super clean, no
Look at
bugs,
that.
no mold, no mites, no nothing.
Yep.
Just really healthy plants.
Yeah, I haven't seen a bug in here yet.
No, yeah, we
looking
are
good.
really on it, These benches get walked every single day by my head of cultivation. And that's
How do you
just
stay on top of that with this scale?
It just has to be walked every day, right? I tell people everything is automated, but it's not automatic. That's like kind of my saying. That's what I tell people because everything is automated watering. I can control this entire place on my phone from anywhere in the world. I can remote into the computer, control anything. But if you're not in here watching every day, like an emitter could get clogged or a solenoid on the bench could go down, so one whole bench doesn't get water that day. And if you're not walking in here every day, I mean, just feel this. Feel how light this is?
Yeah.
That's because the plants they're getting 4 to 5 watering times a day just for a little bit. But if you miss one day, plants.
Yep.
So, excuse my language. The plant is not happy.
You can cuss on this show.
Yeah, okay, cool.
We say all the time here, guys.
But yeah, these things are stacked. They'll probably, I don't normally do 3 layers of trellis. I like to stick to 2.
Yeah.
But these things are going to be like here.
Yeah, these are big boys.
They're a little big. So
they're already big, dude. These are taller than me.
Yeah, they're big girls. We don't want them to be boys because then they don't see
yeah. Pardon me. Bunch of big BBW ladies in here. Wow.
But yeah, super healthy and dark green and
yeah, it's looking good.
Yeah, pretty pumped on this house. There's just over 100 lights in here, and then under canopies there's over 400.
God damn.
So lots of
show
light,
them all those lights,
lots of power.
Wow.
We use Fos everything for lights.
Sick.
I have basically every light that they produce between all my different spots.
Good God. And this is just one of the many buildings we're going to
One of the
today.
many buildings we're going to.
Dude.
So the mothership, this is the spaceship.
This
The
is
mothership's
crazy.
about 3 times bigger than this.
So we have another ship we're going to.
Yes, we have the mothership. We've got the golf course farms. We've got the mini banger, the rosin wrangler.
And you said the mothership's 3 times bigger than this?
It is, so this is 4,000 of canopy. The mothership's
Okay.
12,000.
Oh my God.
Literally, the mothership holds over 8,000 plants.
Wow.
Spread them out a little bit more there, just so I don't have to do so many plants. But yeah, each one of these benches can get watered by itself. So like if I have different strains on a bench, you know, I can be like, all right, bench number 1 needs like way more food than bench number 2, 3, 4, 5, you know?
Yep.
So that's how kind of I do it. So I try to keep, when I'm doing different strains, I do, you know, this whole bench will be one strain. Try
Yep.
not to like cut it in the middle of the bench, unless it's something I know that's gonna maybe need about the same amount of food from
yeah.
experience, you know?
Yep.
But we're turning over and doing new strains all the time because everyone wants the new. So it's like, by the time I like really figure out a strain, 3, 4, 5 runs, I gotta do the next one,
Yep.
you know? And I think that's what's important and moving forward, why you're seeing a lot of people try to find their own stuff. I'm trying to find my own stuff because once I have my own stuff, with my own breeding, my own seeds, all that, I don't have to do that because I'll have a strain no one else has. I can just perfect it and
Yep.
keep growing that strain. You know?
Yeah, it's your proprietary
And then
thing.
everyone just knows, okay, this strain's gonna taste like this every single time
Yep.
and be the only one that has that strain. So that's kind of the goal moving forward, to try and get away from a lot of the strains that other people do have also.
Yep.
But you know how it is. It's like you find a good strain and then your homie's like, oh man, let me get that. And you're
Yep.
like, yeah, dude, no problem. And then he's like, got a homie that wants it. And
Yep.
then it just like goes down the, you know. And that's also how strains got big too.
Yeah.
Like that's how Skittles got big. It's like all
Eventually,
of a
I feel
sudden,
like almost every strain gets out there too, you know?
you know, whether it be on purpose or from like an employee that fucking
Yep.
takes it because it,
Bag seed or something, you know?
like who knows? But yeah, I mean, yeah, everything gets out there, you know. But yeah, this one's crushing. So I usually will walk this real quick in the morning and then head over to the clone container or the moms or the indoor.
Okay.
Whether, you know, depending on, you know, I'll hit them all. And then the team usually shows up and then we'll tell everyone what to do.
Sick.
Get into the day.
Let's head on to the next spot. So where are we going right now?
So yeah, the spaceship, that's the candy production.
Okay.
Over here, all these new strains in here are what we're gonna be really bringing to the menu. Of course, we put those on the menu, but I got like 30 strains in here to show you.
So we're going to the lab.
Yes, this is a bunch of cool exclusive stuff in here.
All right, let's get in here.
So,
All right.
so come in here. These are a bunch of pheno hunts that we did. RS11 by Mimosa number 11 was one that I really liked. There's an Underdog by Mimosa number 9 that I really liked.
You're
This
liking the mimosa in here.
This Bandit candy is a super nice candy that actually does yield for hash.
Okay.
It's got some extra oomph in there besides just candy, for sure. This Zazul is straight Skittles. Like, it tastes like straight Skittles. I'm really excited to get this one in production.
Yep.
The melted strawberries, HGAC, are really big yielders. The HGAC kind of does have a Skittles terp to it as well. The Momo is Moroccan Peaches by Sour Diesel.
I love Moroccan peaches.
So
dude.
good. It's so good. I have some
love that
flourable
shit.
smoke of that. And you can just see, like, these clones are literally growing in the trays.
Wow.
This one needed to get planted.
Look
You
at
can see
that
up here,
tall
they're literally growing in the trays. So the guys planted about half of these yesterday, which I'll show you guys.
Yep.
And the rest of them are going to get planted today, and that's what's going to repopulate the mini banger and the rosin wrangler.
Okay.
So a lot of these are hash strains and flower strains. This Omakazi is like a Skittles. I'll
Okay.
put some of those in the banger, some of those in the rosin wrangler, so I get flour from some, hash from some.
Yep.
So I can have both on the menu, right?
Sick.
People like to see the same strain across
Yep.
different products.
Yep.
So that's what I'm trying to do more of too.
Is there anything in here you'd say you're like most excited about?
The Zazul is crazy. There's a lot of hype behind it. So
Okay.
I'm always excited about the ones I know that I'm a business, that I'm gonna crush it and make a bunch of money off that one for sure.
Yeah.
One of the first people to have it. It tastes amazing, smokes amazing. When I was doing straight Z, I was selling $25 eighths to stores all day.
Yeah.
Just like that. So that'll be another one like that that just slays, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And A lot of these ones, like the Urkel runs, all the ones with the numbers on them, those ones are, I'm the only one that has them. I found that seed. I haven't given them to anyone yet. So this is all stuff we've hunted.
So it looks like pretty much this whole row.
Basically the whole bottom right here, yeah.
Okay.
And they've already planted some, so we'll go through the ones they planted and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I tried to keep, like, you know, the spaceship is the candy production house because I need candy production. Helps a lot, pay a lot of bills and stuff like that. Yeah. What everyone wants on the bulk market. And then nerd out a little bit more on the smaller houses next door. Goes straight to the brand, straight to stores. We do some candy to stores too, of course. Yeah. But this is a lot more of the, like, fun.
Yeah, this is your, like, passion project.
Yeah, the passion projects. You know, this Pacific Paradise number 4 tastes like just straight, like, fun dip. It's so nice. But yeah, this is what keeps it fun. Now in a day where, you know, it's every year is somewhat less fun since it went legal for everyone. Like, it's so competitive and hard and intense industry. Yeah. This is what keeps it really fun for me, at least.
So you'd say this is the most exciting part, probably, just breeding?
Finding new cool stuff, you know? Yeah. And
it's got to feel like a science experiment, you know?
For sure. And then bringing it to fruition, you know? Literally, I start with, like, one plant that I find and turn it into all of these plants. Yeah. You know? And then, yeah. So moving forward, I want to just move into having my own stuff.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah, this room is sick.
This container fits. I can fit like over 25, 30,000 clones. And then if I have them in 4-inch, like these are clones, 4 inches like those ones right there, I can have about 6,000.
Wow.
Like in like this 4-inch.
Damn.
This is the pineapple. What is this? The pineapple. I'd have to look it up. I forget what this one is. But we have a couple new pineapple crosses that we're playing with. These ones are set to go outside for outdoor for hash.
I feel like pineapple terps are rare, bro. I love that shit.
We had a granny candy for a while from a Humboldt Seed Company that was really nice. Super pineapple. Like literally like you know that old candy that your grandma used to give you that like the strawberry one and then the pineapple
It's just
one,
a straight like sugar like
it tasted like that. That's what we're looking for here. So we've gotten some better ones.
That's fire.
We've gotten some better ones now and evolved from that since. And yeah, most of that stuff just goes into hash because the flower people don't, you know, it's less of a strain people want in flower. Yeah, just kind of how it is.
A lot of flavors don't translate as well in flower.
Some translate to flower better, some translate to hash better. Yeah, and then you'll get some strains that can do both for sure. Like your Zazul, it just won't yield very good in hash. Yeah, so is what it is.
God, I gotta smoke some of this Zazul, dude. You're really gassing it up.
Yeah, the Zazul is what's up, for sure. So this right here is a 20x8 freezer container.
Oh, we got another one.
This is where we store fresh frozen, where we store trim for processing. Okay. This is literally just, you got your fresh frozen buds, you got trim all for production for hash, for edibles.
Look at that.
Stays in 0 degrees in here, very important to keep it cold.
I mean, dude, there's snow dripping from the ceiling.
Snow dripping from the ceiling, literally. So I have another 40x8 one of these for when we harvest our outdoor because I need the whole thing.
You ever just come stand in here when it's hot?
Yes. It's funny. One time I had yeah, right. One time I had like some Gatorades and was freezing some drinks in here, and the DCC came and they're like, "Oh, you can't have anything else in here." I was like, "Oh,
fucking DCC."
Yeah, no drinks in here. I was just trying to make Gatorade.
A cold drink on a hot
I was just trying to make Gatorade slushies for the guys.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Literally all I was trying to do.
They don't want you to be happy, dude.
No.
They want you to sell weed only.
Yeah, right. No, they want you to pay taxes only.
There you go.
All right, let's check the indoor out real quick. So the indoor was the first thing I built on this site. I retrofitted this whole garage. I built this right before I built the spaceship. So this was the first grow, literally here. We got the 2 10-ton AGS units. These do all the dehumidification and stuff like that. They inject the CO2 as well. And
come on in, folks. Oh, it smells crazy in here.
Oh yeah. So in here, I always have at least 1 strain a bench, if not 2. So there's like 8 to 10 strains in here. 35 lights, under canopies, rolling tables, everything, you know. dialed indoor for sure. We got the Fos 1500 watt above canopies, the Faven under canopies.
Yeah.
And then we do the exact same thing in all the spaces, the 1 gallon pots with the drippers, rolling tables. This one's just in an indoor.
Yeah.
No sun.
It seems like indoor is by far the smallest piece of the pie in terms of your flower. Why
It
is
is.
that?
I'm just a mixed light farmer out here. We have the sun. I can grow the same quality in the mixed light as here and for less.
Yeah.
Reach more people because I can charge less is really what it is. The indoor also, like, it's really good. The indoor is easier to make it perfect, right? It's set it and forget it. You set it 80 degrees, you set it 60% humidity, it stays there. The mixed lights are a lot harder, and that's why I feel like people they don't think mixed lights is good, because most farmers, when they grow mixed light, it's just, they don't have as many lights as the spaceship we were just in. They got maybe a couple HPS lights, way more spread out. They're turning the lights off a lot more. So mixed light just has the reputation of not being as good, because in general, it's not as good.
Yeah.
But done right, knocked out of the park, mixed light is just as good as indoor, if not better, for sure. So it's just harder to get it like that.
I mean, I can vouch, bro. I've smoked your mix light.
I appreciate it.
Fire.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's just not set it and forget it, because every mix light we're running based on the outside temperature, humidity, which changes every month. So equipment is being changed. I'm changing my controls every month.
Yeah.
It takes someone being here, it takes someone knowing your environment literally to run those mixed lights proper.
100%.
And also efficient, because you can run them really inefficient to where it costs a lot of money. Like your heater turns on when your roof vent opens and like dumb stuff, Where a lot of these corporations just have new guys growing all the time, and that's why,
they don't know what's going on.
They don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So, this house though, we have Tangy Bomb, Casablanca, which is the Moroccan Peaches by Sour Diesel. Blue Taffies, which is the Blue Andes by Blue Zushi.
Okay.
I got Sour Peels. I got Headband. I got Red Velvet Gary. I got Unicorn Runts. And I think that's it. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
There might be one or two I'm missing. Melted Strawberries. There's a little bit of that in here.
You think Headband's going to make a comeback?
My last run of Headband was my first run of it. I did it in here in the indoor on this first bench.
Yeah.
7 lights, bro. Was 35 pounds.
Damn.
It was like just over 5, almost 6 pounds of light. Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, with all the smalls and trim and like all that too. But yeah, it was almost 35 pounds of bigs. And honestly, the Headband I got it out of tissue culture. It reminded me more of an SFV, like super OG. And we'll smoke some. I have some to show you. Very SFV forward, but I really like it. It did really good under LEDs. It did really good. Like the smoke is white ash and just tastes incredible. But it just reminds me more of like an OG SFV flavor than like the old school Headband where I just used to, my forehead would get hot and like just a little different. Not quite as dense as the old school Headband I remember, but that's just kind of how it is getting old school strains. In 2026, you know, it's not exactly the same.
Yeah, those genetics change over time.
Oh yeah,
that shit does not stay the same.
For sure.
People always ask like, "Where's all the OG? Why'd everyone stop growing all the whatever, like the GMO?" And it's like, bro, a lot of that shit doesn't exist anymore.
It just got lost. Yeah, it got lost. Like the actual cut of it got lost. Maybe there's seeds around, but every seed's different.
Yep.
And it just gets lost. People are always after the next new thing.
Yeah.
And then by the time that strain's gone, then people want it again.
Yeah.
It's like once it's gone, people want it back.
Yeah.
It's just how it is. It's funny.
How do you guys like preserve your old genetics? Do you save any old stuff?
So I'll send them to SAC to a tissue culture lab, and they'll put it in tissue culture and just hold it for me.
Oh, that's sick.
That's what I do now.
It's like a bank vault.
Yes. I used to have to keep a mom tent and literally keep moms. I'll probably get into tissue culture at some point myself.
Yeah.
But very slow and steady here, one thing at a time. Like I built this first, got it dialed. Built the mix light, got it dialed.
Yeah.
Bought the next door property, got it dialed. Built the processing building, just one thing at a time. I got no investors. It's literally just me. So it's like if I have to make money. Like I literally, that's why I'm always like business forward on having the candy production houses and all that. Is like I don't have investors to just like let me. I don't have, I have to make money or else me and my homies don't eat. We go out of business.
Yeah, you make enough to pay the bills or you're fucked. Yeah.
Literally. So, I can't, it's a little slower here. I can't just go crazy on research and development.
Yeah.
I got to research and develop slowly, strains at a time, and just really make sure I'm profitable. For first and foremost, because like I said, I got my family to feed. I got other families, my homies' families to feed. So yeah. But now that my brand's growing a little bit, especially like with the YouTube and stuff like that, getting out in dispensaries more, I'm able to nerd out and do a lot more cool strains.
Fuck yeah.
So I'm really stoked on it, and you know, get away from all the candy stuff, because I know you guys want stuff besides candy. Everyone's always like hating on candy, but it's what everyone buys.
Yes.
So it's like,
yes,
you know, it's so opposite. As a grower, I'm told what to grow versus like me being a grower, like telling you guys, this is what's fire. You know, I'm told to grow gelato and candy, and
all the shit that is popular to hate on is only popular to hate on because it's popular.
Because it's popular.
Yeah.
Because it's bought. You know. But yeah, here, let me get this ladder out. You guys can check this canopy out.
Oh fuck
These things are praying like crazy.
Oh boy. Oh yeah. Let me step up here and not fall over.
Yeah, you can hold on to the pole. You see, we got bamboo on it because I had to put 4 layers of trellis in here.
There's some tall motherfuckers in back, dude.
Yeah, huge.
I mean, look in like the middle back there, guys. There's some tall motherfuckers, dude.
Big ones.
Wow. And you said the headband's like in back there?
The headband is in this bench. You see right where it gets tall?
Yeah.
That's the headband,
Yep, okay. Chris, come up here.
And then we used to not be able to get plants so tall because the light penetration wouldn't be as good. But now that we have under canopy lights, I can get these plants massive and hit them from light above and below.
Sick.
To really get the yield cranking. This 35 light room will pull between 180 to 200 pounds, depending. You know, if I did all headband on the last run, it would have been over 200 pounds.
Wow.
Which is crazy. I had some
candies for this size
here.
room, that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I had HPS lights, I wasn't even close to that. I would be lucky to get 3 a light. Like, I'd be lucky.
So the lights are really key.
The lights are key. It's new technology, you know?
Yeah.
People used to hate on LEDs, but like early on, it's just making the technology better. Now that technology's been out for so long, it's like you can't not grow with LEDs, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Some people say, oh, it's HPS, way better, but it's just, I just don't feel like they've had the experience with LEDs. Maybe they couldn't switch because they couldn't afford the damn things. They're $1,500 a piece versus HPS is $300.
Yeah.
You know? So, it's like a lot of people used to hate on the auto drip. They'd be like, "Oh, hand watering is so much better." It's like you can't tell if the weed was hand watered.
Yeah, it's water, bro.
No one's gonna be able to tell. And like now, the people that said hand watering is better are all out of business because, bro, like you can't hand water thousands of plants.
Yep.
You know,
100%.
We'll do an initial hand water in, maybe one after, but after that, it's drippers for the whole run.
Yep.
It's just how it has to be, you know. Again, we have to make money. Like, I don't have investors to play around with all that type of crap.
Yeah.
Got to make money first, and but yeah, this is the indoor. This is the first grow on this site.
It's a beautiful room.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked on it for sure. I probably, in the 8 years that I've been running this, 9 years now, 50 runs in here.
Wow.
45 to 50 runs in the last, 5 runs a year at least.
Damn.
I'm getting closer to 6 because I'm putting the plants in already in 1 gallons this big.
Mm-hmm.
So
they're ready.
No veg time.
Yeah.
And just flip them. So it's just a 2-month type thing.
Wow.
So yeah, this is the indoor, baby. Yep.
Beautiful.
Yep.
All right, so where are we going next?
Let's go next door. We're going to check out the Mini Banger and the Rosin Wrangler now, which are about to get completely repopulated with all those clones you just saw in the clone container.
Okay.
So after we're done harvesting today, the team will come here and repopulate those houses.
Sick. Let's do it.
That's the plan. This property right here, I bought in 2018, 2 years after this one. So this is another 3-acre parcel right here, which allows me the 5,000 square foot more of mixed light. Yeah. So I have that between these 2 greenhouses. Obviously, there's a beautiful backyard here. I wasn't able to put it here because the old people right there wouldn't sign off on a 300-foot setback. So instead, I have 2 greenhouses 305 feet away from their residence, and there's 2 of them to make the 5,000 square foot instead of the one big one like the spaceship in the backyard. But what's cool about that is it allowed me early on to harvest 1 a month with a smaller team, right? So like January, that would come down. February, this one would harvest. March, that one would harvest. And then April, I'm back to that one. So I'm the guy, early on, I was the guy that always had fresh flower. Yeah. So it kind of helped and allowed me to have like the smaller team too versus having 1 or 2 just mega spaces to where There's not a lot of work for a while after it's planted, but then I need to call in a huge team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, to harvest and reset it. But this is another 3-acre parcel. So we got the mini banger here,
Beautiful.
the rosin wrangler, and that's just a little mom tent, which
Sick.
we pulled. It's been a little hot the last couple days, as you know.
Yeah.
So we pulled the tarp off, but we'll put the tarp
Yeah, I
back
see
on.
the little lone chair sitting in there.
Yeah,
It's a smoke session
sitting there and
spot now.
cloning. But we just killed all the moms and cut all those clones that you saw in the container. So
Sick.
we're gonna make new moms out of all of those strains, plant the rest of them in these spaces, and that'll be that.
Sick.
So these are gonna get completely planted and repopulated today. Mini banger, 35 lights. It's got everything that the spaceship does, except it's a little bit simpler of a structure. That's it, but still produces the same quality weed.
Sick.
800 plants go in here, under canopies, above canopies, V-flows, D-hums, heaters, wet wall, everything you need. You know what I
Sick.
mean, for a dialed environment, just like the spaceship. It doesn't hold quite as much heat with these woven plastic versus the polycarbonate, but I saved so much money building this versus a mega
Yeah, it's kind of
next
cool
door,
in here.
You know,
It's not very warm.
so the cool thing about the smaller spaces is like the bigger spaces, you have microclimates. By the
Yeah.
wet wall, it might be a little cooler than by the fans where it's hotter side of the greenhouse. In
Yeah.
a small space like this, corner to corner, it's the same.
Yep.
Just everywhere. So
Yep.
sometimes I tell people on my tours and stuff, people really just getting into the game and stuff, might be better to just have 2, 3, 4 of these small bangers that you're harvesting every 2 weeks, 3 weeks with your brand that's growing fire than the mega things that people are trying to build, you know. Everyone always tries to go so big.
Yeah.
You know? A space like this I can turn over 5, 6 times a year, and if you're really efficient in a small space, you could pull just as much as someone in a space double or 3 times that's not efficient.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, this is the mini banger. We're gonna plant this today with 800 plants. A lot of those Skittles crosses, the
Beautiful.
gack, the melted strawberries, that Zazul. Yeah, pretty excited.
Beautiful.
And then this is the rosin wrangler, which we got a few
Ooh.
plants already in from the clone container, and the
Alright.
rest are gonna be put in today. We just didn't quite finish them yesterday. You can see all the 4-inch here, so they're going from clone to 4-inch,
Yep.
and they're gonna be vegging. So this one fits about 3,000 plants. We got our
Sick.
starters vegging right here. So all those clones that were in the container are gonna get put into more 4-inch, fill this whole bench, veg for a couple days, and then we'll put them in the 1 gallons.
Sick.
Sometimes we'll skip the 4-inch and just go right into 1 gallon.
Yeah.
But I actually am waiting on a load of soil to be, I ordered a truckload, 18-wheeler, and it's not gonna be here till Friday. So we're gonna let them
Wow.
veg on this 1 bench in 4-inch, and then Monday next week, we'll repopulate them into the 1 gallon pots.
Yeah.
So today they're just going in 4-inch into this house.
Sick. Yeah,
You
it's
can
a
see
big
we
room.
just caught this as the blackouts are opening. See how these ones have the exterior blackouts? See how they're
Uh-huh.
slowly rolling up on the side?
Oh, so it's literally the same thing as the other one, just
Yep.
different setup.
It's just
Yep.
the blackouts on the outside.
Sick.
So what that does is, the blackout on the inside, you lose a little bit of square footage of your house, but it helps hold the heat more at night. The blackout on the outside like this, it doesn't hold as much heat, but I have more square footage.
Yeah.
It's kind of a little trade-off.
Yep.
You know, in the winter, I have to use a little more propane in this
Fair
big
trade.
one versus the other one, but this one I have a little bit more square footage in, just how it is. But same thing, everything is controlled on my phone. I can do everything, feed the plants, control the environment, dehums, climate, heaters, everything's all on my phone.
Hell yeah.
So I can control this anywhere in the world, and cameras to look at the plants, but still got to have a guy walk through it every day to check on the stuff you can't see.
Fuck yeah.
You know, and yeah, so we got a bunch of Momo, it looks like. We got the banana crosses,
Ooh.
Banana
Bandit
Terps
are hard
candy
to come by.
starting, and yeah, these things were just planted yesterday. They're gonna finish planting the rest of them today after harvest.
Those
And
are babies.
Yep, little babies.
Wow.
You only want them in these for like 2-3 weeks tops in the little 4-inch, because then they're just gonna be rooted out the bottom, going
Yep.
crazy. But yeah,
Wow.
super healthy, looking good.
Yeah, looks nice.
And
Nice little babies here.
yeah,
It's gonna
this
make
house
some good
fits about-
hash.
This house fits about 3,000, so we'll put 3,800, about 4,000 in here to
You fill it
veg,
all the way to the back?
all the way to the back. It'll probably have to fill that bench too in 4-inch.
Yep.
And then when we plant Monday, we will put the 800 in there right into 1 gallon, then put the other ones in here into 1 gallon, and hopefully veg for not more than 7 days. Flip them
Sick.
to flower, and Yeah.
668.
The goal is really to, and with the new properties I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to have a nursery house up there to where instead of coming in here like this will already be in a 1 gallon, already be this big, and already be like basically ready to flip. So by the time I put them in the spaceship, the banger, the rosin wrangler, the indoor, I just flip them to flower. 12-12. Yep. So the really expensive houses are just flowering because you can veg outside with the sun and have the plants look just as good as vegging inside a nice space.
Yeah.
As long as it's the right environment outside, which we have the right environment from April to November here in Northern California. So, you know.
100%.
Rosin Wrangler, we're going to wash a bunch of hash from this spot.
Yeah, you've got some Gorilla Glue going up today, yeah?
We're going to wash some Gorilla Glue today. That's actually from the hash greenhouse at Golf Course.
Okay.
At the Golf Course farm, which you will see also is replanted with Gorilla Glue and 3 other hash strains. So let's go check that out.
Sick, let's do it.
Let's go check that out.
Ladies and gents, we've teleported back to the studio real quick because I'd like to kindly remind you all that today's episode is very kindly brought to you by my friends at Puffco. And in particular, they'd really like to let you know about their beautiful new colorways available on the Peak and the Pivot carrying cases. We've got a stunning blue Puffco right here, almost like a baby, like navy blue hybrid, kind of in between the two. I like this one quite a lot. You know, if you have a family member or friend that's in the Navy, ship them this one. Or maybe you just like the color blue, get them this one. It's a beautiful color. My favorite of the two, though, and I'm sorry, Puffco, that I'm being a little biased, is the yellow. I mean, this is a spring Easter yellow. This is a beautiful color, and I fuck with this one very heavily. It is a stunning colorway, and if you guys haven't noticed, Luke and I have been ripping Puffcos for pretty much the entire episode, and that's actually not because they sponsored the episode. That's because that's just what Luke uses up at the farm. He rips Puffcos all day, so it's kind of a natural fit for them to be a part of this one, and I'd like to thank Puffco for supporting the show, and guys, if you don't have a Puffco yet and you smoke dabs, what are you doing? Go hit up your local smoke shop. Go hit up the website. Go hit up the Instagram. Figure that out. You know where to go. Shout out to my friends at Puffco. Let's get back to the show. So where are we at right now?
We're at the golf course. We call this farm the golf course because we are the 70 acres adjacent to a big actual golf course. Okay. So that's what we just referred to, the team. We are chopping the Zushi, and then you'll see this house too is about a week behind it. We chopped that house last week, so we'll show you that in the drying room. And then we got new plants in the hash house, which is greenhouse 4. That's the house we do strictly for hash, which we're gonna wash a bunch of hash with you today too. That is from that house from the last round. So let's check out the Zushi. This shit is fire, guys.
Ooh, I'm excited for this. We gotta, come on in here.
So this is definitely like the hype stuff down, you know, in LA. Like now, like everyone's all about the Zushi strain. So I figured doing a bunch of it in depth was probably a good idea. Yeah. It's super purple. You can see how frosty. Like, look, bro, so frosty in here.
Oh wow, look at that, guys.
Chunky color. Wow. We get those like nice, cool nights where we are here, being that we're only like 45 minutes from the coast. You know, like where you landed. And that's what like really, you know, brings the color out in these things versus like your Southern California or sack farms or whatever. We're a little bit closer to the coast. Yeah. You know, so it really helps bust out the color like this. You can see how it's like slightly more green right here. Yeah. This is the hottest part of the house. Because the fan is pulling out right here. The fan is pulling out right here. You can see towards that side, it gets more purple. Just this last little section. This is literally the hottest part of the house right here.
Yeah, it gets real green in here especially.
It takes a little bit longer to get that color.
That's sick.
So that's like, you know, just think about anywhere else, if it's a lot hotter, these strains might not get as much color.
These plants are beautiful, dude.
Since you came last time, we bought this farm. I don't rent it anymore, and have definitely made some changes. Like I did the plastic, redid all the plastic here and stuff, letting more light in, and just been, you know, every year when I take over a farm, every year's better, just because I'm learning the farm. So every farm's different. I'll grow the same strains on a different farm, and they come out different. Yeah. So yeah, it's just dialing it in. And this one right here is dialed for sure. I'd say 250 pounds right here.
Wow, just in this one?
Just in this one house right here.
Wow, and it's all sushi.
And this is all sushi. Yep.
Wow.
This year I did a thing where every house was one flavor except for the hash house. The hash house was like 8 flavors.
We got a big variety.
Yeah, for hash.
Okay.
You know, smaller batches, shooting for like 1,000 to 1,500 grams of each strain. You know, for packaging and testing and all that for dispensaries. Yeah. But yeah, this strain definitely came out really good, super clean, and I can't wait to smoke this one. It's like day 54 right now. So in an indoor or like a mixed light environment, when it's not getting this hot and pelted by the sun, it's probably like a 60, 63 day strain.
Yeah.
But the depths with the heat, I mean, dude, it's 103 in this greenhouse right now.
Yeah, it's really toasty in
here,
here,
little bit of a heat wave this week. It's not usually that hot where we are here in Willow Creek, but it is hot. And yeah.
We're fighting through it.
We're fighting through it, baby.
We're really making it happen.
Let's check out this other greenhouse. So the other greenhouse is Wedding Cake by Project 4516.
Ooh.
That is called E85. It's like gassy. So I usually do for my production candy, gas.
Okay.
So I got 2 candies and a gas.
Sick.
You know.
Beautiful.
And that's my tried and true depth method.
I mean, the market wants candy right now.
Market wants candy. The thing though, there's such a separation between the market and the wholesale market and the retail market, because the retail market wants like the orangey strains, the like blue dreams,
the gas is bad.
All this different stuff. Gas, you know, OG, like headband. My headband sold so fast to stores. Like I have a Moroccan Peaches strain that sold really quick to stores, where the candy's a little less, you know, because the market is more of like your older heads. More people that are going to stores are a little different. You know, they're more looking at the old school strains because they've heard about them, they know them, they trust them. Maybe you know, your normal person that's going to dispensary doesn't care about the Zushi by Starburst by Lemonhead, whatever. You know,
100%.
You know, just kind of how it is, at least. What I've known, you know, the difference between the black market and the retail market. But you got to have both, you know, because the candy does, like this will go good in stores too.
Yep.
You know,
anything sushi right now is really popular. In stores.
It's not very well, it's not a ton of people have it, you know, so.
Yep.
This house was Blue Andes, so that, which is in the drying room. I'll show you guys that.
Ooh.
And we're going to be chopping all this too. So we'll go through it all and you guys can see all the...
Am I going to get to chop a plant again?
Get a bunch of close-ups and stuff, and we'll get you chopping again just like last time, bro. We'll chop a bunch.
Guys.
And this house is going to be the yielder. They're a little bit shorter and squatter, but look at this density in here, bro.
Yeah.
Like massive. These things are boulders.
I mean, I'm looking towards the back, and there's some
These things are boulders, bro. There is a little bit of Zushi. You can see where it gets purple.
Because
I didn't quite have enough E85. But this strain, like, come smell this, is just, you can touch it. It's just gas, you know? Like, it's like OG, like SFV kind of.
Yeah,
like, it's crazy because the strain...
I missed
because of the cross. But like, look at this monster right here, bro.
That's a thick.
And you can see how the hairs aren't as red. There's still a bunch of white hairs. So this one, once that one's done drying here, we'll take that down. Then we'll harvest this one.
Sick.
That one's gonna have to be transported to the other drying room, which we'll do together. But these are chunky, so I'm hoping, you know, at least 250, upwards of a little bit more in here. There is 1,200 plants. 1,200 plants. This one was 1,600, and then the one on the end is 1,000. So it's like basically 5,500 plants on this farm.
I was just about to say, you got over 5,000 plants going just at this location.
Just at this location.
That's nuts.
Yeah, and there is a big outdoor here too. It's just not planted yet, so we'll be getting to that. That's just a July thing when we start those bangers. But
I mean, this is unbelievable, bro.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
This is seriously unbelievable.
Definitely better, way better than the last time you were here, you know?
Yeah.
Still good then, but you know, we're just constantly improving. Just busting it here every day, you know? I've been on the hill for the last couple months, baby.
You've been locked in, dude.
Locked in, baby.
You've been locked in. I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah, super gas. You can
Smell
just
that.
see into, just look how chunky these things are. And then all the way down to the bottom, you know what I mean? Like, that's monster.
They're just thick.
All the way at the bottom right here. Like, that's a bottom, guys. That's a bottom. Monsters.
Beautiful.
So, I've been rocking this new Athena R&D feed. So they sent me a bunch of new stuff they're developing. It's not the line that they use that's for sale to the public. It's just R&D. You know, they send me it with no labels on it and stuff.
Oh.
So we're trying out this new thing with them, and
It looks like it's going well.
It's crushing, bro. Yeah, it's crushing. So, pretty stoked on it. Yeah. We're also packaging some stuff from the Greenhouse 3 here. So I'll show you. We did some of each flavor for hash, some of each flavor for flour for the menu. So we have hash and flour on the menu of those flavors, and we will show you them all and smoke them all too.
Yeah. Let's go check them all out.
But yeah, we'll be chopping all this. We'll take down 1,200 plants. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it.
Let's make it happen, guys.
Sweet. So from the Rosin Wrangler to our other hash house at the golf course.
Yeah.
We got Gorilla Glue here, which is what we're going to be washing today.
Okay.
From this house. We've got the sour peels and then the pink pineapple. Last run we had a few more strains in here. This run we have just a couple less, 3 less, but these are our highest yielders.
Okay.
So we found out basically our highest yielders. The Gorilla Glue is a crazy seller.
Yep.
Hash and flower form. It's one of those strains when you get it, you know it. Like you can't fake that strain. No one can rename that strain. You smell it, you're like, that's Gorilla Glue. You know? So I feel like those strains like Chem, stuff like that are really sought after.
Yeah, 100%. It's good to see Gorilla Glue making a comeback too.
Dude, I love it. It's the first strain I grew in my tent in Trinidad when I had a little 6 lighter back in the medical days.
Yep.
First strain when I upgraded from 1 light to 6. So it has like that special place in my heart, you know?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
But yeah, this house is 912 plants.
Sick.
So 912 in here. These beds, I bought this farm. I didn't build these. So these 8-foot beds are weird, crazy. It's also kind of why I make this the hash house.
Yeah.
Because once these are big, I can't really work on the middle plants.
Yeah.
So for manicured flower, it can still do good. It's just this is the hash house.
Yeah.
All these other houses that you guys are about to see here are more for flower production.
Yep.
They have the 5-foot wide beds. We can get in and work, touch every plant.
Yep.
So that's kind of my reason behind making this one hash. Plus, it's not, you know, we'll take the outdoor and make a bunch of hash at the end of the year, but the beginning of the year and the middle of the year, we ran all our outdoor from last year, so I need more material.
Yep.
So the third run of this house, this is the second, the third run will be for flower because I'll have the outdoor planted and the outdoor will be for hash.
So you switch it up.
So I switch it up. Yeah, yeah.
A lot of people say that sun-grown weed makes the best hash. Would you agree?
It really does because of the terpenes.
Yeah.
It's like, even an ugly outdoor plant, bro, like you'll have some big, massive outdoor plant, the buds, it just looks like outdoor, you can tell.
Yep.
It'll still test at like way higher.
Yeah.
It'll test 35%, 32%.
Yeah.
The terpenes will test higher, even if it's uglier, maybe the flower doesn't translate as much, just because the sun, it's like no grow light can mimic the sun.
It's born for hash.
You know, it's born for hash.
Yeah.
It is. Plus, you know, rosin's already really expensive. If I were to do it with indoor and mixed light only, like the price point just, we want to get it out to more people. It's not about always charging so much money.
Yeah.
You know, like, at least in my opinion, I want more people to enjoy it with my
100%.
brand than have like, be charging an arm and a leg, just doing like, yeah, that's just how I feel.
Hell yeah.
But
what do
you
you
can
guys
see
charge
these,
for rosin?
so I charge $25 to the store for a 2-gram bucket.
That's
2
good,
gram.
dude.
But the problem with that is, the problem with the high-end products like that is the stores looks at it, it's super fire, super white, you know, it's fire. They charge 75. Like they'll triple the price. So that's
and the
why
customer has no idea.
Customer has no
They
idea.
think you're setting that.
Yeah, they think I'm setting that. So it's like, that's why, I mean, we're more of a flower brand, always have been. My $8, $10, $12 eights to stores, they charge 16, 20, 25, 30. That sells like hotcakes.
Yeah.
But they'll take like a product that's, you know, 25, just because, and look at it and just see how bomb it is, know how bomb it is.
Yep.
I do it all myself in-house. I'm trying to move volume of it, not just small batch. You know, we do small batch too, and but we also have, obviously, you can see a lot of flour. I'm trying to get it out to a lot of people. If they just did $50 and just doubled the price, so many more people would buy it and have it, you know?
But they're greedy.
They're greedy. Like, I'm working on my own stores, and once I do have my own stores, I'll drop it straight to consumers for 40. You know, I got to pay the tax and stuff. I got to pay for the store and like all that, but I'm not going to be like, my farm's getting 25 and the store's getting 75. Like,
Yeah,
that's
fuck that.
crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, they shouldn't make
So,
more than you off your weed.
Yeah, it's like
That's
they're
not
making
right.
so, we're doing so much to get that $25 product on the market where I'm only making in that $25 product $10.
Yep.
Because of all my costs into it, taxes, all that. And then
Yep.
they're charged 75 where their cost is the 10, 15 bucks of tax. And
Yep.
then they're making more than us doing all the work,
Yep.
you know?
I had read online, I don't know how true this is, that with the recent rescheduling of cannabis, it changed how the taxing works. Does that change at all?
Not for us, it's only for medical.
Oh.
So like if you watch my Jungle Boys episode on my YouTube, Roach talks about it because they got a facility in Florida that's only been medical, so they're good there. But their facilities here that have sold recreational weed, it's recreational. It's only changed for medical. Does nothing for me. My taxes are still messed up. Like I still have not very many write-offs. I can only write off cost of goods.
That's fucked.
And stuff like that. So yeah, that's basically, it is what it is. It's set up more for the MSO, the corporation, the guys to come in and do a bunch of R&D with a bunch of write-offs now, because they'll have write-offs, so they can grow these crops and then do a bunch of R&D, get them all dialed, throw them all away, whatever, write it off on their taxes, medical research type stuff, and
Fuck yeah.
it's like that big grow we passed. They failed 2 years ago, and they're just a write-off now. Like they'll never grow.
They're just farming. Yeah,
it's
farming
crazy.
for tax
like,
loss.
They're just literally
Farming paperwork.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this is the hash house. We'll get trellis on here in like a week.
Yeah.
Do 2 layers, and then probably flip them in about 7 days. They were just planted a couple days ago.
Sick.
Already taken off. Looking
Beautiful.
real good. Sea of green. That's how we do it.
Yep. Looks good.
That's how we do it.
Beautiful sea of green.
Yeah. So we're chopping the zushi. The guys I should be pulling up right now. Should already have at least a bench down.
Oh, all right. Let's go to the sushi room, eh?
Oh yeah. It looks like we're already getting this going.
Oh boy.
The team moves quick.
Oh wow.
You can see bench and a half already done.
Yep.
Let's get in here and check some of these out though.
Yeah, this was completely full when we walked in here last.
These are 5-foot beds.
Yeah.
So a lot easier to work on. You can work on the middle of the plants, yada, yada, yada. Come in here and look at some of this. Like super frosty.
Oh wow.
Great color.
Oh my God. Oh, I wish you guys could smell this.
The Zushi is just super hyped right now, so I'm really excited that I got it in depth form. It's looking almost like indoor, guys. I know, right? It's looking almost like indoor in here for sure. And just as you come this way, just look at the color. Yep. Super purple.
Wow.
And this is all that Athena R&D run that we are researching and developing new food. It's not available to the public yet. And they're gonna make a couple minor tweaks, but I mean, it's proper, it's working. It works very well.
I mean, these plants really do look like indoor, dude.
Right?
This is crazy.
Super nice with the sun. I mean, done right, you can get the sun grown looking pretty close. The one way some people will be able to tell is like the stems will be a little thicker.
Yeah.
So like you can kind of tell if you really know. But most people that are like sending it out and doing what they're doing, they're people's goal is to buy stuff like this and sell it as indoor.
Yeah.
That's how people make the most money, So it's just a lot harder, man. Like my first couple runs of depths years ago were not like this.
Yeah.
It just takes practice and really being here every day. Like I come here every day. Thankfully it's close to Terp Mansion proper. And I got a guy living here too. It's another thing, like a lot of these corporations and stuff, I feel like, they got people come in at 9, they leave at 5. Yeah. Well, the plants are 24/7. It's like, I'll get an alert on my phone at 7, 8 p.m. when I'm inside having dinner. I got to run out, hit a compressor or fix a D-hum real quick. Might take me 5 minutes, but like in a corporation, no one's coming in after 5 o'clock. It's going to be humid in that greenhouse, humid in that indoor till 9 a.m. the next day. Yeah. Because no one's coming in.
Yeah, you got 16 hours unsupervised.
Yeah. So these plants are 24/7. It really takes someone that cares, and like, I feel like why we excel too is like my team, we also really enjoy the products. Yeah. Like we're in tune with like, we're not like the corporate guys that are not smoking the stuff.
Fuck
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like we try everything.
Yeah.
Everything on my menu, we try before it's on the menu.
100%.
It's like, it's, you know, I mean, I started growing weed because I bought weed and I was like, I want to grow weed,
Yeah.
you know, like, you know, wanted to sell a little bit so I didn't have to pay for weed.
Yeah.
And then slowly evolved into all this.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is what like every young kid who starts smoking like imagines they're
Yeah.
gonna end up doing, and it's
Right.
easier said than done.
It's easier said than done. I got lucky that I graduated college in 2016, the year weed went legal in California.
Oh, so you were primed
Literally
up.
primed up. I just bought my property, and thankfully I bought a property that was zoned ag because
Mm-hmm.
they wrote the laws and they said on ag land you could grow a certain amount, you know, depending on your acre size and all
Yeah.
that. So when I originally bought my house, Terp Mansion proper, I was planning to just run grows around in the hills and stuff like that here. But they wrote the laws after I bought it, and I was like, oh wow, I can apply for permits right here.
Yeah.
So I did get a little bit lucky with that. You know, just the time I was born and all that.
Yeah.
But besides that, just hard work every day, you know, and then
Yeah.
just loving what I do, basically. I mean, it is hard work, but we get to do this every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I
So-
feel like a lot of grows that I've seen have real trouble like scaling up, you
Yeah.
know, and maintaining that quality, but it seems like you don't really struggle as much with that.
Yeah, just taking over one spot at a time. I feel like
Yeah.
most grows, they get an investment, they get money. Someone puts in money to where they go from nothing to huge right
Yeah.
away. It's like
They skip all the middle steps.
they skip actually having to make money to build it.
Mm-hmm.
So like we've actually had to make money to get here. I've had to make money to buy these properties. I can't there's no investment. If I go down to zero, I can't pay my guys. Everyone leaves. Like it's over, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like just scaling slow like a normal business should is how like
That's the sauce.
I won't take over multiple farms a year. I'll maybe take over one new one, you know, and it has to be the right one. People offer me stuff in other states far away all the time. It has to be close. Like it's not going to be like this if I can't be there all the time, if my guys can't be there all the time.
Yep.
And just the environment we're in, I'm used to this environment here. It's growing different. Growing in other places is different.
Yep.
It's like you're not going to get this quality in a lot of states. It's just how it is.
Yep.
It's like in Florida, they grow all the oranges there. You're not going to grow the same oranges in freaking Oklahoma and like
Yeah.
stuff like that. You know, it's just how it is. So, this Zushi is fire. I'm super excited to sell it to all you guys as indoor.
Yeah, I want to smoke some of this shit, dude.
This is bomb. I'm super stoked on this run. Like, I'm super stoked on this run.
Yeah, what a beautiful, beautiful
Like,
batch.
just so frosty, bro. Like, dense, purple. You know, we get those cool nights. Like, like, look how frosty this thing is. Just ridiculous.
I really wish you guys could smell it.
Super clean, frosty, all soil grown. We're not grown in rock wool here, you know?
Yep.
It's just,
What do you think is bad about rock wool?
I mean, you can have some great rock wool
Yeah.
flour for sure. It's just tends to taste a little bit more cardboard. I think. I've just always grown in soil. It's natural. My master's degree is in strategic sustainability. So like
Yep.
we reuse the soil, amend the soil.
Yeah.
You know, look, I got cover crop growing in the soil, literally. Like, so it's just how I do it. It's more natural. I feel like plants, with rock wool, they're like pushing them so hard, feeding them 8,
Yeah.
12 times a day, you know? In these beds, I'll hit them twice a day. That's it.
Yeah.
And let them eat when they want. A little less stressed out plants.
When you talk about the cover crops growing down there, what is that growing and what does it do for the plant?
It really just keeps the soil cool.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like it keeps the soil super cool and gives it some nutrients sometimes too. You know, some people will just put a cover crop in the winter and then they'll cut it all off. You know what I mean? To like
Yep.
enrich their soil with a cover crop through winter. I just kind of let it go. You know, helps for
Sick.
multiple things. You know how like people put straw on their beds too?
Yeah.
To like keep their beds wet.
Yep.
So it's kind of like that too. But yeah, it's just natural, you know?
Sick.
It's just natural. If these plants were growing naturally in the wild, they'd have all these other plants around them,
Yep.
plants under them, like,
So it's good to keep it that way.
you know?
It's how they were meant to be.
Yeah. Let's check out this first house.
Let's do it.
So the drying room's full here from greenhouse 4. So I'll show you the drying room as well. That's got the blue Andes in
Sick.
it. The guys are filling right now. They already took
boy.
the first load, but this is how we do it. We used to put it in totes, right? But totes, the plants like are too big for the totes, so they'd start breaking and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So now we just make sure it's fully enclosed for dust and stuff like that.
Pretty much got a big
Put
tote
it
on
on a
wheels.
clean tarp, so we get a new tarp every run.
Yeah.
Lay down one layer of plants super flat, and then go straight to the drying room with it.
Sick.
You know, totes, it just got messy. You have plants falling out of
Yeah.
totes, plants breaking.
Yeah, you're losing
Just,
leaves and shit.
You know, totes, when you grow this much, totes isn't the way.
Yeah.
We're hanging whole plants. We're not cutting them up and hanging branches. Like
Mm-hmm.
the way we do it, we hang whole plants. Like this is, let's see here. This is a whole plant right here.
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
hanging whole plants just like that. And it's quick.
Wow,
Hang
wow,
a couple thousand in a day, 5,000 or so. So yeah, we're gonna move these over. We're gonna hang everything in the drying room, which I'll show you guys the drying room next.
Sick.
And then we will do, from the drying room, the whole processing building's connected there. So you guys will see trimming, you'll see packaging, you'll see hash making. We'll get all into that. Before we leave real quick, let's check the drying room out here though. We have the Blue Andes, which
Ooh.
is from this whole house right here, as you
Ooh.
can see.
That's what
It
we were
is-
smoking
it is
yesterday, yeah?
harvested. That is what we were smoking. The
That shit is
Andes,
fire, guys.
Yesterday we were smoking the Blue Andes Mix Light. I haven't
Okay.
actually had Blue Andes in depths yet, so I'm excited.
Ooh. All
And as we
right.
come this way, we can check out this first house too.
Let's do it.
This is all the E85. There's a little bit of, you can see the color change, a little bit
Yup,
of Zushi
in
in
the
the
back
back
there.
But this is all the E85.
Ooh, a totally different
super
smell when you
dense.
walk in here.
This is gas.
Yeah.
Right here. So this is your,
Wow.
I mean, it's almost like biscotti terps to me. But Wedding Cake by Project 4516, super chunky. This one will be harvested in about 7 days once the stuff is dry here, and this one will be hung here. So kind of have to stage it out, make sure everything's staged out for drying purposes, because you don't want to hang wet weed with weed that's already been drying for 5 to 7 days and rehydrate it. That's how you lose the smell, lose the terps of the stuff that you already harvested.
Okay.
So if you harvest something, put it in a drying room, you want to wait till it's done drying and being cured in that drying room before you put in more wet weed.
Sick.
Always. Like, so that's why being onto your scheduling is super important. But
Wow, this smells crazy.
yeah, this is
That's
stacked.
super gas.
And these houses are about 250 pounds, hopefully.
Wow.
This one will probably be 250. It's so dense.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more, hopefully. And then that one might be a little less than 250, more the candy side of things.
Same amount of plants as the other one?
Same amount of plants, 1,200,
Nice.
1,200. And this one with the Blue Andes is a little longer, so
Yep.
that one had 1,600.
Wow.
And then about 1,000 in that first one. So it's about 5,000 plants here.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Just at this property.
Just at this property, yes, between
That's
these four
unbelievable.
houses. And then
Yeah.
the outdoor gets planted July.
Bro.
So we'll get into the outdoor in July. It flips by August, mid-August, and is done mid-October.
During like your peak season where like everything's going outdoors running, how many plants at a time are you hitting?
Oh man, I'd say just over 6 figures. So
Really?
Just over 100,000, yeah.
Over 100,000
Yeah, because the
plants?
mothership's got about 8,000,
What the
spaceship
fuck?
4,000. Because then we also, not only do we have all our flowering plants, but
Uh-huh.
I have all the next rounds in veg form.
What the
You know what I mean?
fuck, bro?
So in flower, I might have 50,000, but I got 50,000 clones or 4-inch or whatever backed up
Uh-huh.
to harvest and replant. Like the second these ones come down, we're replanting these.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm chopping this and then we're gonna replant this in
Wow.
3-4 days. We'll till it, amend it, water it in, test the soil, make sure it's ready. Boom, plants right back in.
That's unbelievable, dude.
So I pay taxes for square footage.
Yep.
So I want to be growing
Might
square,
as
the
well
square
use it.
footage 24/7.
Yep.
You know, I want them full.
Fuck yeah.
So that's what we try to do, you know?
I didn't know that's how it works with cannabis taxes.
Yeah.
It's based on square footage?
It's based on square footage.
Interesting.
Yep. So like my state permits are, you know, a 5,000 or a 10,000 or a 20,000, whatever
Yeah.
square foot permit. And if it's not cultivating, if it's empty, you're still paying for it.
Really?
So,
Wow.
you know, some counties have like a per pound tax, like in
Yeah.
Trinity, it's based on how much you grow, but they still have the state tax too.
Yep.
Humboldt used to have a square footage tax. They canceled it because cannabis has kind of been on the downturn, and a lot of people in Humboldt have been struggling and couldn't pay the tax anymore.
Yeah.
So Humboldt actually canceled that tax. We still have our state taxes, but in Humboldt we still pay property tax. We still pay all the other taxes everyone else pays.
Yep.
You know, so we just don't pay that extra cannabis tax anymore to Humboldt County.
Hell yeah.
So that's cool. But we did pay for years. and it was a lot.
Yeah.
So like they made their nut off it.
Well, hey, you got a price cut now.
Yeah, so
Thank God.
But you know, I'd almost rather pay that tax and the weeds still be $2,000 a pound.
Yeah, true. Yeah, times have changed, dude.
Times have changed, you know. All right, let's check the drying room out here quick, and then we will go hang plants with the guys.
All right.
And get over to that drying room. Go through
Let's
that
do it,
processing
fellas.
building. So this spot came with a pretty sick building right here. We do like fresh frozen in here to get it ready for washing. We do take more fresh frozen from this farm than from Terp Mansion because the huge outdoor and because Terp Mansion has more lights and just a little bit more higher cost equipment, thus better flour. So this is our backup drying room, stuffed wall to wall with the blue Andes. It only fits about one of those greenhouses. If I really stuff it, the blue Andes house had 1,600 plants. So if I really stuff 1 and 2 that have 1,200, I could probably fit 2,400 in here.
Sick.
But this is 1,600 plants spread out. I like to spread it out a little more when I can, you know, better airflow, all that's way better. It's about 14 days is what I dry. So I do 60% humidity, 60 degrees for 14 days. I'll maybe drop it down to about 55% humidity for the last day or two to make sure it's perfect for the trimmers, especially when I have really big buds like that E85, that last greenhouse. Last couple days I'll have to drop it a little more to make sure it's ready for the trimmers. We don't want them trimming it too wet. But besides that, it just in the dark, only a little bit of fan movement for the first week, and then I turn the fans off. Some people do it a little differently, but that's what I do. I do about 7 to 10 days with the fans on, moving air in here, and then I just let the dehums sit, which usually they're just burping at that time. They're not on the whole time. They're just turning on when it gets above 60, and then turning off when it gets below. And I'll just let it slow cure.
Sick.
So, and then we'll trim into paper bags, and then it'll cure in that before we put them in turkey bags, before we package them for you guys to smoke.
Nice.
So, yeah, this is the backup drying room, which, like I said, you don't want to rehydrate weeds, so it's important to have backup drying rooms, you know, to have multiple drying rooms when you have a scale like mine.
Fuck yeah.
Obviously, so.
Beautiful.
Yeah. All right, so we got all the product ready to go. I only like it in that thing for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, straight to the drying room. And we always chop early because you don't want it hot when you're chopping, you know. Trichome preservation. So we're gonna get this really quick over to the drying room, back over at Terp Mansion, 3 minutes from here, get it right up into that 60 degrees, 60% humidity, fill that, and check what else is in the processing building.
Sick, let's go bust a mission real quick.
Sweet. So we made it back to the fortress with load number 1, baby.
All right.
This is the drying room here. So this is where I try to get most of the product dried. I try to have everything scheduled to where this dry room is just always drying.
Okay.
Because this is the highest end dry room I have. Metal everything, beautiful racks, dehums are perfect. Just everything's perfect in this room. The curing process in here is really top notch. So
let's take a look. All right.
Got a whole bunch of racks in here. We're skipping the back ones because we don't need quite all of them to fill everything in here.
Sick.
We just flop everything right out here on the tarp. They grab a couple at a time. We got our people handing to our hangers, and we're also not using the top. We could go up one more level. We're also not using that because I could fit 5,000 plants in here, and we're only filling it with like 1,200 today.
Sick.
So we're gonna spread them out as much as we can. When I harvest, say, the Spaceship or the Banger and Wrangler together next door, this thing's slammed. We go every square all the way up, and I have to bring in extra dehums at that point and set them on the ground. But for a load like this, the 2 dehums in the corners are perfect. I got the V-Flow fans, and we keep this room 60% humidity, 60 degrees the whole time.
Yeah, it feels good in here.
Yep, and plants will just come up. You can see, look, these things are dense, like all the way to the bottom, bro. Super nice run. Great color. And they'll just hang them on one branch, like, you know.
Wow. Easy.
Hang them on a branch, and that's that. Super simple.
Beautiful.
14 days in here, and like I said, I'll turn the fans off for maybe the last like 5. And just let it slow cook. But for the first 7 to 10 days, keep the V-flows, keep the air movement, And once the weed comes in here, so it'll dry 14 days in here, then
Yeah.
it comes through this process. And as you can see,
Yeah.
we're trimming the last batch that was dry.
Oh.
So we got the trimmers in here working on, they're actually working on the same strain, but from the mix light. So this is what they're working on right now.
Oh.
Blue taffies.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
Show 'em some
super
of that.
purple, great color,
I mean, guys.
dense, no leaf left on it.
Look at
Everything's
that.
hand trimmed. That's what we do.
Wow.
You know, to keep the quality up. I know a lot of bigger farms and stuff. I mean, you know, we might look like a big farm, but comparatively to your Southern California farms and stuff like that, we're tiny.
Yeah.
You know? They will machine trim. We won't do that.
Yeah.
I just feel like it knocks off too much of the trichomes. It doesn't get the quality. As you can see, they're literally trimming off the stem. So see how it's still connected to the stem? So that means they don't have to touch the bud. Mm-hmm. They hold the stem, trim it, and then cut it off into the bag.
Nice.
So no buds are being touched.
Yeah.
As minimal as possible with their fingers.
Yeah.
Right.
These ladies got the
They
tag.
hold the stem. That's the
Yeah.
goal. Great job, guys. It looks good.
Wow.
Same thing in here. It's important to keep it climate controlled. De-hum. You know, a lot of people will come in the trim room and the weed might be dry and ready, but you know, you bring 8, 10 people in here, 12 people breathing, and all of a sudden it's so humid in here because the room's sealed, and like it's important to keep the de-hum in here,
Yeah.
keep the climate perfect through the entire process.
Yeah.
Right? We
Sick.
write down what we're trimming on the wall. This is for metric. We have to have the batch ID, all that. Every trimmer, say they're doing different strains, there'll be different strains, but right now everyone's doing the same strain. So they all have a tag of what strain they're doing, because at any point the DCC has to be able to walk in here and be like, know exactly where that came from.
Yeah.
Right? Even while they're in the process of doing
It's got to
it.
be trackable every step.
Trackable at
Yeah.
every single step. So, yeah, we came up with this little method of, you know, writing them on little things like
Yeah.
that. So
How often is the DCC actually coming by and checking things out?
here, a little less than what they do down south because we're really rural, but
Yeah.
at least once a year, if not more.
Damn.
And then the county comes a lot too. The county comes once or twice a year. Other agencies come as well. We'll have like Fish and Game or like different agencies.
Yeah.
It just depends, you know. And we're a legit bit like DCC doesn't give us heads up. They just show up to the gate with like 8,
Yeah.
10 people. Just
Damn.
walk the site, you know. So it's really important to be on it all the time and really just, you know, the only people that are still in business are the ones that are on it. Because
Yeah.
it's, you know, it's a real business nowadays.
Yeah, they'll shut you down otherwise.
You know, no blind spots, cameras everywhere. You have
Yeah.
to be able to walk out of one frame into the other. They check that. If they ever want footage, they can ask for it. And I'll literally have to, you know, I have to have 120 days of storage, send them footage if they want footage from certain days. It's, you know, very, very highly regulated for sure.
It's crazy.
For sure. But once the product comes out of here, so we do the trimming and stuff in here, then this is the office/packaging room. So this is where we package all the 8s. There's a bunch of done pounds here going out to white label brands because we supply for a bunch of other brands
Yep.
for how much we cultivate, obviously. This is California, guys, so we have to have the all-gender restroom. Is what it is. Wasn't my decision. I also have a handicap parking spot because even though this is at my house, I have to be like a fair employer. You know?
I was curious
They
about
literally
that,
made me have a handicap parking spot before the bank in Willow Creek, like to get my permits here. And then like 6 months later, I see the bank like jackhammering, and I'm like, what are they doing? They're putting in a handicap spot.
Damn.
They made me do it first at my house. It's ridiculous.
That ain't
Just to
right.
get my permits. You know, I got an eye wash station, which actually has been used once from a guy hanging. Was it you, Jesse? I don't remember. It was you that had to use the eye wash station. He got hit in the face while we were hanging by a really resinous plant. And it just got in his eye, and it was just like stuck together, gunk, swollen. So we actually have used the eye wash station once in the 8 years that it's been here.
Money's worth.
But
Money's
pretty
worth
funny.
right there.
We never thought we'd use it.
I really wanted to use it.
He probably didn't even need it. He just wanted to use it. So it'll probably be like 4 or 5 loads today, and this thing will be full.
Cool.
So just one house, all the sushi, and yeah, pretty excited. It's gonna be a good one.
Sick.
Yeah. I'll have to get you some of it to try because it'll
Oh,
be ready in
yeah.
about 2 weeks.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, and you can try some of the stuff that you
Yeah, I
helped
would
us
love
hang
to.
and harvest, bro.
I would love to. Fuck
Cool.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
All right, so this is into the done pounds, the packaging, the hash making, all the fun stuff, guys.
Might be my favorite area by the sounds of it.
All right, and the office too.
Come on in, folks.
Which is a little less fun, but. So this is where, over here we package all the 8s right here. This is all right here, ready to package. If you want to come to this side real quick and check it out. These are all the production batches on the front, testing. So each tote has 10 plus pounds in it about, and it's on camera right now waiting for the test results to come back. So we put stuff into testing. It has to stay right here on camera, not touched until we get the test results back. Once everything's clean, we get everything back testing wise, we can go right into the 8th bags. So the 8th bags are ready to be packaged into. They're empty right now. These are our 8th bags. We do the Terp lock, the Grove bags.
Yep.
For the
classic bag.
The good cure.
Yep.
But these are our bags. So then we'll go into the 8ths. We'll go into the half ounces. We'll also do like pre-rolls with the products and stuff.
Sick.
And from there, then it will go out to the dispensaries, right? So we'll do dropping. We'll drop to the Humble stores ourselves, and then otherwise we use Nabis, which is a distribution service throughout California to all the stores.
Yeah.
So that's basically what we do. This is all done pounds, so these are literally just pounds going out to a white label brand. So we grow more flower here than we can package into my own brand. Of course, the goal is to eventually package all of it into my brand.
Yeah.
But that's some E85, so that's what you guys were seeing in that first greenhouse over at the golf course.
Beautiful.
Really nice, chunky, gassy. That's not candy.
Oh, that reeks.
Super gassy.
That stinks.
And then, so we got a bunch of E85 going out. And then, let's see what else we got here. We're trimming basically every day, so stuff is just always coming out. This Blue Andes is what you were really liking smoking yesterday.
Yeah.
So this is really candy. Top seller right now.
Yeah.
Top ticket. Besides the Skittles crosses. The Skittles crosses always fetch the highest ticket. But this is the Blue Andes.
Ooh.
Just lots of color.
Look at that.
Lots of nose, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Smells just like
it smells so sweet.
Crazy sweet.
That's insane.
But not like fruity sweet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like a
candy,
sugary sweet.
Candy.
Yes.
Because the fruity stuff is better
smells
for hash.
almost like a rock candy or something, you know? Yeah.
People don't necessarily want as many fruity strains for flower.
Yeah.
Some people really like them, but that's more, again, the retail market versus the wholesale market.
I find that a lot of fruity strains usually smoke a little rougher.
They do, and the greener strains too smoke better. Like Gorilla Glue and stuff like that, it's way easier to get to burn perfect than like a super purple strain. It's 100%. Just in my experience, at least. But, you know. So there's a bunch of done pounds. Over here, it's a little messy in here because we got so much going on.
Yep.
Over here, freeze dryers. So we'll get into the hash room after, but the freeze dryers are outside the hash room because we didn't want it to be too cold.
Oh.
Hash freezer.
There's the mother load.
So this is full of just different hash.
Wow.
Yeah, get in here. We got our products for stores down there. Just bulk hash that we make into, you know, edibles, hash holes. There's the high-end papaya by Headband. The gold boxes are the high-end ones. And then we just do the water hash is the white boxes. Yeah, so keep it all cold in here in the freezer. As well as this one. I think this one's pretty much empty, but when we have overflow, we'll fill this one up too. This is usually right before it goes to distro. So this one just got emptied. So this room stays super cold. So make sure you put a coat on.
Bundle up.
So we got the Osprey here. Cold room, it sits 38 degrees to between 38 and 40. We can get it lower, but that's kind of like the sweet spot we found. You don't need it too cold to where it's uncomfortable to work.
Yeah.
Like 38's about good. We don't use bubble bags anymore, so low temp everything.
Okay.
We've got the auto sieve right here, so that's a true micron level versus using bubble bags and, you know, the micron level not being the same after you keep using the bags over and over and over again. We got the water tank in here to keep the water cold, just like the room. Ice machine in here. All the water's filtered, and these are the units that keep it cold. We got the overhead spraying unit even for keeping stuff clean.
Wow.
And yeah, we can pump out a lot of hash in here. That thing fits about 15,000 grams of wet weight. 20,000 even, but we found about 15,000 to be the sweet spot to where we're, not putting too much in to where we're really getting the full yield out of it.
Yeah.
Really getting all the material washed. And yeah, so he basically puts in the frozen material with water and ice, mixes it for about 20, 25 minutes, and it goes then through the screens. That'll be the first pull. Pull that out, put it in the freeze dryers.
Sick.
Then does the second pull, third pull, and if it's really good material,
Get a shot of what's going on in there.
yeah, get a shot in there.
Yeah.
If it's really good material, we will do a fourth pull. Usually just 1 through 3 though, and that's basically the process. Once it is through this and then goes into the freeze dryer for 24 hours is when it makes that powdery hash substance. Once we sieve it, that goes into a puck, which goes into the presses right there. Once you press it in those presses, that's the Medusa setup from Low Temp. That's your rosin. So we'll let it cure in a jar for 5 to 7 days, cold cure, and then give it a nice whip and get it going to stores. Get it packaged into stores.
Sick.
So that's basically the hash process in a nutshell. We will definitely press some today for you guys too.
Ooh.
So we'll check out a bunch of this glue. He's about to open that. All the water will go through it, which brings the hash through it.
Okay.
It'll separate the micron levels of hash. We'll watch him put it on the tray, put it in the freeze dryer, then put it. Then we already have some glue made because that takes 24 hours. We'll pull that glue out already made. That's already freeze drowned for 24 hours about. Put it in a puck and press it, and then me and you will go take a fat dab out of a hat or a skateboard or something like that.
Let's do it.
But yeah, this is basically the process in here. On a hot day like today, it's nice in here. But working in here in the winter, oh my God, I walk in here for like 2 seconds and I'm out. Like for sure.
I'm already freezing.
Props to Damien for crushing it in here all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the hash room. You don't need too much space.
Yeah.
You know, it's maybe a 400 square foot room or something like that.
Yeah, if even.
Maybe, and yeah, keep it cool. So this is the hash room.
All right.
So you guys saw the hash go into the freeze dryer. Once it comes out of the freeze dryer, this is what it looks like dry. So now Damien's pucking it up into the bags, and then the bags will then get put into the presses and slowly close at 170 degrees, right? And that will drip out the rosin from the water hash, and that's what makes your live rosin.
That's real low temp.
Real low temp is what we do.
Really low.
Yep. All right, so we got the pucks in the presses, everything at 170. We're doing the Gorilla Glue. You guys saw it come out of the freeze dryer. You saw it go in the freeze dryer. You saw it come out of the freeze dryer. 24 hours later, you see the powder goes into the bags, right into the presses. And then you guys are gonna see us dab it. Fresh press right off the press, baby. You ready for this?
Beautiful.
Let's do it. Never thought they'd let me have a lab at my house, but here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are.
Yeah, this is not a common setup, is it?
No, I think I'm the only facility in California to have a micro business at his house.
Wow.
No one else has it. So.
Did you just get lucky, or like how?
I just, I saw the laws as they were being written. With my degree and stuff like that, I was really dissecting the stuff. I applied for all the permits myself. I just, people will get there, I think. Maybe not to this scale, who knows, but it just isn't set up for this. So it's harder to figure out, and maybe a lot of people don't want to work at their home either.
Yeah.
It's good to separate. They want to keep it separate, but yeah, this is the Gorilla Glue coming out. It looks beautiful already.
Oh, yeah.
See that nice color. And you can see he's doing 2 at a time here. He's got the double. We can really do 3 if we want.
Wow.
So far.
That looks good. That's beautiful.
Super fire. Then he'll release it just like that, pull them out, pull the puck out, Get the last little bit of hash, because that will all cool down, and once it cools down, you can like shatter it together. You know how like shatter used to be move the parchment?
Yeah.
That's basically what you can do with this. Then we'll get into a jar and let it cure for, some strains are different. Some will be cured in 3 days, some will take 7, 10, just kind of how it is. But for you real quick, we're gonna just pull off a little bit of fresh press. Honestly, I should probably let it cool down, but we're gonna pull off a little fresh press for a dab.
Oh yeah. Let's
do
go
it,
take a
baby.
rip, boys. See you guys there.
Let me focus on that real quick.
That's your fresh press. So we'll go out this door right here,
All right.
and this is back to the drying room. We call this the
Wow.
vestibule. I haven't built this out quite yet. I might
Yeah.
make it. I haven't really decided what this is gonna be. Right now it's just kind of a staging area.
Yeah.
The drying room we were just in is behind this door.
Yeah.
Could be an extension of my hash room. Could be, I have retail and we do special events and stuff. Could be like a small little retail,
Ooh,
carpet
that'd be
it with like a
sick.
nice little case and put like my heady products in here, because I don't really have quite the spot for that. But
Yeah.
I do plan to have a dispensary flagship store on the coast. So
Sick.
might not be necessary here. We'll see. We'll see. So that's basically that. I have one other building right here, the one next to the spaceship. That's going to be built into a 60 lighter. Right now it's just storage, and it has an R&D tent in it where we hunt my genetics, do our breeding and stuff like that.
Dope.
And then I got the 3 new properties we're going to build out. So basically that's all the current stuff that's built besides the mothership, which is out in, that's the one farm that's about 30 minutes from here we got to drive to. So everything besides the mothership we just looked at and the outdoor. All we got left is all the new builds. So if
Sick.
you want to check out the new builds real quick, we are slowly expanding here still in the year 2026 in cannabis, baby. Let's go.
Let's go see what's coming up.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So I built this brown building right here with the intent of being a nursery.
Okay.
I attached it to the spaceship,
Yeah.
but that was before I bought all these properties next door.
Okay.
So now that I have the properties next door, I don't want my nursery to be indoors. I want my
Yeah.
nursery to be in, I want to use the sun. It's free. The plants look better in the
Yeah.
sun, like I'm telling you. So this is just going to be a 60 lighter. It'll be about twice the size of the indoor I already showed you.
Okay.
A little less. But right now it's literally just storage. So being a farm this size,
Oh, yeah,
we
it's a big room
have, I just got a bunch of new fans. I'm going to install some new fans. But, we got all our food. We've got tons of packaging, all the stuff for clones, trellis.
Yeah.
Here's packaging for a couple other brands that I package for too. Like you got my brand. This is one of the big ones we package for is the Dr. Green Thumb brand.
Yeah.
So we do all the Cypress Hill, Dr. Green Thumb, all their dispensaries. Yeah, the Dr. Green Thumb brand's a big one. Probably our biggest white label brand just because they're,
Yeah.
it's Dr. Green Thumb. They've been known since before legalization.
Yeah.
Over here, just extra lights that, got to have extra lights always for when stuff goes out. This right here is our R&D tent. Just got planted. So this
Ooh.
is just, back to your old school tent vibes.
Sick.
Every single plant in here is a different pheno, seed.
Yeah.
So we're gonna cut off these and then flip them, figure out what we like, all new genetics, stuff no one has.
Yeah.
Figure out what we like. We'll literally, there's 150 plants in here or so. We'll pick 2, 4.
Yeah.
Sometimes 0. Sometimes we don't like any of them.
Yeah.
It's really finding stuff that's super unique and super fire is difficult. Finding stuff that is just smoking proper, white, greasy. It takes time.
Yeah.
It's a long process of literally popping a seed, cutting clones off of it, and then flipping it, which takes 9 weeks, and then drying it, which takes 2, and then letting it cure, which takes 2, and then smoking it, and keeping it around too, because you don't want to just test something right away. You want to see how it ages, right?
Yeah.
I want to see how this flower is going to be in 3 months after I consider it cured, because that might be when the consumer gets it.
Yeah.
And I don't want a strain that like 3 months down the road is lost all its terps.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get those where in the first month we think it's a winner and it's just a strain that oxidizes quick or loses its,
Yeah.
its oomph. So this process is just always getting dialed, always
Yeah.
working on this stuff, new strains, and You can do a lot in a small space.
Yep.
So this is the space we
clearly.
use for it. You can walk out this way. So this will be a 60 lighter.
Sick.
Stoked. Probably have it done by winter this year. So the next time you come back, every time you come back, we got a little bit more. You know what I mean?
These water tanks right here?
So these are my rainwater catchment tanks. They collect rainwater off of the spaceship.
Sick.
Which wasn't necessary, but I did it just to have the backup storage just in case. I have city water here, so I don't really need it. But I use it for fire suppression. We had a fire a couple years ago.
Oh.
I have a very intense sprinkler system I built right here.
Like a wildfire or like?
Yeah, we had a wildfire here up on
shit.
the mountain. You can see it from here.
Wow.
Never crossed the river, never got too close, but still for precautions, I put in this massive sprinkler system. I pull this thing off basically, fire the thing up, and it'll douse this whole property with water.
That's sick.
At like, you know, it's a crazy amount. It would drain these tanks in a couple hours, all of them.
Wow.
Like it is so much water. So it would be the thing where, you know, I'm the captain, I ain't going down with, I'm going down with the ship. I'd be here, there'd be a fire all around, I'd turn that thing on and just, it would douse everything.
Sick.
I have the backup generators just in case the power goes out for those types of instances.
Yep.
But, you know, out here being super rural, that's kind of like our insurance system.
Yep.
Because like, I have insurance too, of course, on all these buildings, but, you know, I don't want them to burn down and have to deal with that. For a while, they were turning our power off because of how hot it would get a couple years ago, you know? I think it might have been right before you moved to Cali, since you've been here for like 3 years, but about 4 or 5 years ago, they were doing these blackouts where they would turn the power off because it was so hot. And
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, so that's also when I installed my backup generator, the 150 kW I have.
Yeah.
Just because in a greenhouse like this, it can't go out, you know? Like, if I lose power right now and the fans aren't flowing air through that greenhouse, it'll be 150 in there, and we will instantly, you know, plants will die.
Yep.
That's the thing that, you know, like I was telling you earlier about like popping out at 9 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night and like fixing something real quick. It's like, dude, one bad day and you could ruin a 3-month run.
Yeah.
Just one bad day and your plants could die. Or,
Hell yeah.
You know, or just really screw up the entire run.
Yeah.
So super important. I feel like to be here, live here, home field advantage. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, let's go check out these new builds and then from there, we'll see what else we got.
Yeah. Probably sit down and chat a little bit.
Let's do it, baby.
Yeah.
We got a 5 acre, a 3 acre, and a 3 acre, which allows me to do 10,000 square foot on the corner, which we'll pull through first of mixed slate, 5,000 square foot in the middle property, and another 5,000 square foot on the front property. And as you can see, it's right out the front door, baby. There was so much trash and pesticides and crazy stuff left on this property from the previous owners.
Really?
The previous people owned all 3 of these and just failed. So first things first, this is the biggest property. This right here is about just about 6 acres actually.
Okay.
Goes past this flat into the forest. There's a beautiful cliff spot you can look at. Yep. This is gonna be a 10,000 square foot mega banger greenhouse, just like the spaceship, but the spaceship down there is 5,000. Yeah. So this will be double the size right here. Yeah. And I got another drying room right here for overflow drying because I need that bad. So scored on this property. Like I said, the previous guys got it for double what I paid when they failed. So obviously I got a lot of work to do, but this was filled with greenhouses that were falling down. I came up here myself with the Mini X and the skid steer and demolished it all and brought it all to the dump. Coming into the middle property right here, this is 2 20 by 100 greenhouses and 1 20 by 50. So this is 5,000 square foot right here. These are a little bit shorter houses. What I'm gonna start doing is this is gonna be my nursery actually to start. I'm gonna do the 1 gallon pots, veg them nice and big, and then put them into all the respective flowering houses. That's the plan to start. Once I get this developed, I'll build a nursery right here and turn these into mixed lights. But to start, I'm gonna use those as nursery space. And then
huge. This is a long property.
Huge, bro. So there was fences in between them all, but once I bought all 3, I knocked them all down. Made it basically like one property. Sick. You know? And then this is a 40 by 8 freezer container. This is for the outdoor. So this came with the property, which is awesome. But for my outdoor, because my outdoor, I have so much mixed light and indoor, my outdoor is basically hash. So at the end of the year, we chop the entire outdoor, fill this thing with 1 million to 2 million grams of fresh frozen, and this thing stays at -10 degrees as we wash it. But yeah, so we'll build these out. These will be just like the Mini Banger and the Rosin Wrangler right here. The Rosin Wrangler is 3,500 square feet. These are 3,000, so slightly smaller than the Rosin Wrangler, but 2 of them. And that's what finishes off this property. So basically adding another 20,000 square foot of cultivation, half acre almost right here by
a sick addition.
by adding these properties. So super pumped on it. Right here in town, city water, power, all that. And then, you know, it's
right across the street.
right across the street. So super stoked. And from here, I don't feel like I need more cultivation. I need, you know, the retail, moving more into getting it direct to consumer. Not having to supply so many other brands that, you know, want the best quality stuff they can get for the cheapest price. Shout out Puffco for sending a bunch of cool rigs. We're gonna put this Gorilla Glue right in, fresh press style. Get it going. Woo.
It fogged up a little bit. Oh, sorry. Oh, shit.
And the homie's gonna try it first.
Listen up, guys. This is a Spotify exclusive dab. This shit is glowing green. To thank all our Spotify listeners, YouTube won't let us show this dab. That is fire.
And that's the Gorilla Glue from Golf Course Greenhouse 3.
Beautiful. Wow. Stunning. Wonderful. I don't even know what other adjectives to use, dude.
Ripped, stoned,
Yeah, ripped, stoned.
twisted.
Yep. High. Intoxicated. Everything in that category of words. Everything along those lines, guys. That was a beautiful dab. Let's go sit down and have a little chat, eh?
I'm down.
Let's do
Perfect
it.
after a dab. Perfect.
Sick. Wow. What a beautiful backdrop we've got, eh?
Yeah, man. Pretty nice, huh?
I gotta say, dude, it's been really sick, you know, checking out everything you've got. I appreciate you having us and
Yeah, man.
showing us around, but I mean, I gotta hear more about like how you got into all this. Like,
Yeah,
how'd
for
you get
sure.
started growing?
I just started in my mom's attic, literally. Senior year of high school, one light.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to, it was between Humboldt State and San Diego State for college. Went down to San Diego State. There's like bars on the snack machines and stuff. I just sat in traffic for 2 hours, didn't want to go there. Came up to Humboldt, was able to get right off the bat. I didn't have to live in the dorms. San Diego, I would have had to live in the dorms. So got a little spot right off property. It was actually cheaper than the dorms, and started a little 6-lighter while I was in college and just started there, literally.
Fuck
you know,
yeah.
I was smoking a ton in high school and just would sell a little bit in high school, you know, just to cover my cost of smoking, and it just really evolved from that. And through college, you know, put myself through college in the medical, 215 era, you know, so we were all medical card, 99 plants, doctor scripts, and evolved into legalization when I graduated. 2016, I graduated college. 2016, weed went legal in California.
Yeah. Back before you graduated college, when you were still like just kind of growing a small amount and getting high with your homies, did you ever think this would become a career?
Definitely not. I mean, I knew I always wanted, once I got up to Humboldt, I thought it could be, but before that, in high school, when I was just getting high with my homies, never. Like, I didn't think it would be a career. I really liked economics. My degree is in business, and then I have my master's too. And my degree is in economics, my undergrad. So, yeah.
What brought you up to Humboldt specifically? I feel like it's a very remote area.
It was, so I grew up in Petaluma, just south of Santa Rosa. It wasn't too far from here, and I liked the smaller class size, 30 to 50 kids versus like 200 at San Diego.
Yeah.
And just being able to have my own apartment off campus year round, because I didn't want, when I was 18, 19, to like most kids, you know, in college, they go home for summer. In college. I didn't want to go home for summer in college. And it was actually cheaper to get a 12-month rental year round than a 9-month dorm. So that's kind of just what I did. I brought my bong, brought my bed, and never looked back. You know?
I mean, up here specifically, we talked a lot, both off camera and on camera, about how there's been a huge decline in Humboldt and this area as a whole. But like, somehow throughout that, you found a way to thrive, it seems like.
Yeah, it's definitely been a decline. Everyone used to grow up here now, and it's very minimal now. It's just with legalization, a lot of these guys were told in the hills to come legal, and it's a lot harder to grow on the top of a mountain. Here I have power, I have water. A place like this wouldn't really have been grown illegally or 215, and if it was 215, it would have been really small. It's just they told all these guys to come out legal, and then it became hard to compete because all these big facilities start going up in places where it's cheaper to grow.
Yep.
They build these massive facilities in one spot. They can get soil delivered, nutrients delivered for way cheaper, just across the board. And then also start with better equipment because they just have investment money. They're
Yep.
coming in with top of the line lights, top of the line everything. So then it's just harder for the OGs to compete. And slow, like here I started with old lights, old everything, and slowly one at a time. Like I didn't build this thing all at once. It
Yeah.
literally took me 9-10 years. Slowly indoor, mixed light, one property after another, slowly. And yeah, you see just most of the people in the industry, it's not like that. It's just a lot of investment,
Yeah.
a lot of big, companies with 10 owners, MSOs, and it's just different,
Yep.
than it used to be, which is sad because this is really how it should have been, I think. Lots of how it was in the 215 era.
Yep.
Everyone just had their 6 to 10 lights, 20 lights at their house. Obviously, this is a lot bigger than that, but it was a home grow. It's still a home grow.
Yep.
I'm here every day.
I feel like you're in a pretty prime position with the volume you do for federal legalization. Whenever the ability comes around to be able to mail weed to people, you're kind of primed up for that, it seems like.
That's the
no?
goal. So I get people that offer me stuff all the time in other states. Well, why didn't you move your stuff into other states, whatever?
Mhm.
Well, I'm more set up. I think it's better, plus being that I'm the only owner. I'm not taking on investment. I'm not going to other states, none of
Yeah.
that stuff. Just building here, everything I got, perfecting it here, and the second that opens, being able to do it is kind of my go at things. I know a lot of other bigger brands and stuff definitely have taken on the investment and try to go in different states. You'll see in their bio on Instagram, California, Florida, like all the
Yeah.
different places. But it's like they just had to take on a bunch of money, and I want to do it all myself here. I think people will always respect the California grown. And
yeah.
I can keep it my quality. I can really be on it here. Just different environments everywhere else. It's just, I can grow enough here to supply a lot of states
Yep.
between the properties I have here. So that's just kind of my business plan on setting it up.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's, especially on the legal market, whenever people expand to different states, like, it's never the same.
Yeah,
it's
it's
really
just
never the same.
different growers, different facilities, different environment. The head guy that's maybe the face of the brand's not even there.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
it's just like, and they took in money, so they don't even own it all anymore. Like
Mhm.
I'm not gonna take in, like, this is 100% me. My kids live here. This is my house, my land. I own the land as a person. My company rents it from me, and I own my company 100%. It's like, I could never sell out.
Yeah.
Like my family's here. My home garden. My kids were born here,
Yeah.
literally at this house.
Do you see yourself ever moving off this property, or is this?
I mean, it'll be as long as I'm doing this will be like my home base facility. I already know.
Yeah.
Like, there'd be no point for me to maybe I'd get more facilities as I have slowly gotten one property at a time,
Yeah.
expanded, bought the neighboring properties and stuff. But besides that, I don't think so. I love it out here. My kids have a long ways to go in school.
Yeah.
I mean, the weather's perfect, 85-degree days, 65-degree nights, 60-degree nights, and from April to November, we have the best weather
Yeah.
in California. I think it's just beautiful. The lake's
It is. It
close.
is very beautiful.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
For anyone watching who's like a young person who's watching this and they're just like, dude, I want to do this. I want to get into the industry. I want to grow. I want to get to this level. How would you get started if you had to do it today?
I mean, how I got started, man, was literally I started trimming. So I came up
Yeah.
here. I had my little tent and I trimmed weed, and it was $200 a pound for trimming back then, which is a lot better
Very
than it is
different
now.
times,
A lot
yeah.
better than it is now. I built a lot of this stuff early on with higher pricing and stuff, but I was always the guy in the room. Like, I came up, worked $20 an hour. Say there was a drying room to take down. I would take it down faster than the two other guys combined next to me. Just
Yeah.
always hustling, just working hard, For college, like I would wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning to work on my grow or work on it late.
Yeah.
And because during the day I had school and I had, full schedule of classes. I got my master's degree in a calendar year. So like that,
Yep.
I was always tough at school. I did my undergrad in 4 straight years, full units every time.
Yeah.
So really just hustling, and there's not many people out there that really got that hustle anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's just different. Like, You don't see younger guys working as much. You know, you don't see kids 16, 17, 18 working as much as like when I was younger. At least I'm 32 now.
Times have changed
Yeah.
a lot.
Times have changed a lot, you know. I just feel like, you know, if you really want it, you just work harder than everyone else at it. You don't need to be huge, you know. No, us as young guys, we're never going to be the guys with the most weed. You want to be the guy with the best weed. If you have 10 lights, small and exclusive strain that you found yourself, bro, you could blow that up.
Easily.
Get crazy money for your eighths.
Yeah.
You know, say you're for example, you have 10 lights, you find Skittles, you're the only guy with Skittles. Bro.
You're popping.
You know,
Yeah.
like now in a nowadays market where you can market that online the right way, you do it the right way.
Yep.
You know, you pop on a Gobcast or two.
There you go. Yep. Bring a little Skittles on. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So that's what I would say, you know. Don't start too big, you know, really try to perfect really small what you got and then just like work really hard at it, just like every time. It's about consistency, right?
Yep.
Like these runs are non-stop. I always have weed. It's about being consistent versus knocking one run out of the park and then like screwing the rest of the year up.
Yep.
It's just about consistency. Yeah, that's what I would say.
A lot of people like definitely believe Cali weed is the best. Everyone loves to say California weed is the best, but from your POV, someone who actually grows a shitload of weed, is California weed actually the best?
California weed's the best because we have the best weather. It's the
Okay.
easiest to get the best quality. Like kind of how I was saying with the mixed light versus the indoor. Indoor is traditionally better because it's a dialed environment always. Of course,
Yep.
you can grow indoor around anywhere. But like say if you're in Denver drying your indoor, it's a lot drier outside. That's why they call it like the Colorado crisp.
Yeah.
Because no matter what you do in the grow room, like, you know, after it dries so quick. Like, so yeah, and then also in California, you just have the forefront of the industry. You got the biggest players,
Yep.
the most people doing the most breeding, genetics. You have pretty much the nicest facilities, definitely the best weather. You know, the more north you go, up into Oregon, it gets a little moldier, a little wetter. You got certain strains that do good up there, of course, just like you have certain strains that maybe do better down here. But just in general, across the board, California has more better product coming out of it.
Yep.
Just like indoor has more better product coming out of it than mixed light, why everyone thinks indoor is better.
Yep.
You know, of course there's guys in other places that grow better weed than people in California, but it's just few and far between.
Yep.
So, you know, and it's just really hard with cannabis when the environmental is like number one, I think, over everything. Environment is environment and genetics. We have the best environment. 85-degree days, 65-degree nights. The more south you go, the hotter it gets. So Sacramento, places like that, more inland too, you're getting a lot less color in your summer, fall, because it's so hot, you know. The trichomes aren't quietly preserved as good, depending the cultivar, of course, depending the grower. But we just have that, you know. Just like California grows a lot of most of the country stuff.
Yep.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Now, one of the things that you seem like you're kind of tired of is the current candy trend in the market. And that's been going on for quite a while now. But
Yeah.
do you see the market pivoting in a different direction anytime soon? What do you think's like up next?
Man, I mean, gas is somewhat making a comeback, which is really cool.
Yeah.
The problem is with the candy stuff is the candy is your really pretty weed, right? It's just beautiful in the bag too.
It's that Instagram weed.
You know, it's what all the rappers and stuff rap about. It's what all the trappers and stuff want. It's what we're told to grow, so we grow a lot of it. As a grower, it's somewhat frustrating because it doesn't yield quite as much as some of the other cultivars. Maybe we can get slightly a little bit more money for it, but like say I grow an OG that yields twice as much. Maybe I'm not getting slightly as much per wholesale, but I'm growing more of it.
Yeah.
So like I'm making more.
Yeah, it's way more
So like,
efficient.
you know, on a business aspect, you know, but then your buyers only want candy. It's just like on a business aspect, I just want to, with what I'm doing, grow a ton of flavors too.
Yeah.
Like I just want to be able to branch out there, and it's tough when we're being told what to grow versus I feel like in other industries with professionals, I'm not saying I'm a professional, but in any other industry where
I
there's
think you're a professional.
I appreciate it, but you know,
qualify as-
a professional in another industry kind of tells the consumers what to consume.
Yeah.
In our industry, we kind of have consumers telling us what to grow, which is also important too because everyone's got different palates. So, it's just, it's a little bit of a give and take here and there with that. But candies also are a little bit harder to perfect and get that pure candy flavor out of. So it's a little less forgiving. But candies done right that Blue Andes you smoked yesterday on the way to the restaurant.
Shit is fire, guys.
It's crazy. It tastes like...
That shit is fire.
I mean, it's crazy. So I can totally see why it's a thing. But also, it's a huge disconnect because in the retail stores, they don't want those as much. That's like more like the wholesale market, the guys that want to buy my weed and then maybe package it under their own brand. But like the regular everyday consumer going to a store, every single person's different. Some people want sativas, some people want train wrecks, some people want Blue Dream, some people want green crack, OG. I mean, a lot
Some
of those
throwback strains,
a lot of those older timers too that shop more at the dispensaries because they don't have a plug. They want tried and true strains they know of, like Headband, Gorilla Glue. They've been hearing about since 2014. Like, they take those strains. So those actually do more numbers for me in stores.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, the disconnect between the wholesale and the retail. It's crazy. But now that the brands, I'm getting better with my craft and my brand's doing a little bit better, I'm able to branch out and do more strains. Which is more fun for me and the guys. Yeah.
I mean, it seems fun to be able to kind of grow just what you want to grow.
Yeah.
Having the space to keep up with the market and experiment,
Yeah.
That's a blessing.
Definitely. Super blessing.
Yeah.
It's probably, with all the regulations and everything that we have to deal with now, that is probably the funnest part.
Yep.
Because, a lot of the fun was sucked out of some of it, just with all the crazy loopholes. I mean, not loopholes, crazy, things we have to jump through, hoops we have to jump through.
Yep.
Tagging plants, just all the crazy extra stuff we have to do for compliance, all the taxes, sucks a lot of fun out of it, how it used to be, but we have other stuff like that to look forward to where we weren't doing that as much back in the day.
You think that regulation is going to get worse when federal legalization comes around?
I mean, there's always going to be more loopholes. More
You need
hoops,
an extra tag on the
I
plant
keep
or
saying
something?
loopholes. Yeah, who knows? I hope the plant tag thing dies because we actually didn't get it on the video, but we should. I got bags and bags of old plant tags that just go in the trash. It's such a waste. There will be more stuff, hoops to jump through, more regulations, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There'll be more tax. We'll see what it looks like, but I am setting up for it, and I hope it does go in that way, in that path.
I think it would be a net win.
I think it would be a net win. I think the prices in California would go up because all of a sudden everyone is legally sending it from California everywhere else. So then the prices all around the state should maybe kind of like, just like for other industry, kind of neutralize around the state, where maybe it's like a little cheaper in California because it's done here, but like it's not crazy more expensive in Florida or whatever. And also it'd be really cool because I know other countries are already doing it. If we could import-export to Germany,
one day,
all
bro.
that type of stuff, because those countries are doing it already. Like other places, Canada's there's places that are
we're
legally
missing out.
doing it.
We're literally missing out on the fun.
We're just way behind. We can't even cross state lines. You know, it's just crazy. So,
Did you see? Which state? I think it might have been Massachusetts. I know it's one of the M states. Just put a vote on the ballot to repeal their cannabis legalization.
wow,
It's the first state to do so.
that's crazy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's probably
That's bad news, bro.
That's crazy.
It seems like, I don't know, to me at least, it feels like the past few years, cannabis culture has kind of been going backwards.
Yeah,
Especially
in
with-
spots. I would say you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
So it's a weird time.
Yeah, man, you're not wrong.
And if that vote goes through, I think it sets a very bad precedent. Too.
Yeah, I don't think they could do that in California. There's just so
Never,
much
no.
money behind it. I mean,
Never.
you got these big companies, is what seems like in governors' pockets and like all that out here with how a lot of this. There was supposed to be a 1 acre cap where there's only supposed to be like 1 acre of grow per parcel, but then they did the license stacking to where parcels, if you have big enough parcels, you can get. You can apply for 8 licenses on the same parcel, so you have 8 1 acre licenses. You know, that's how they have them down there in like Salinas and stuff like that. They literally have 100 acre grows, 50 acre grows that are like 1 acre at a time, just permit on the same property. And
Just
it's
a complete waste of paperwork.
and it just drives the price down so much. Which, the price was always really inflated because of the risk.
Yeah.
But it's gotten to the point where there's buyers that literally because farms were needing money so bad. Buyers are used to buying weed at below cost to where buyers expect, a lot of people in a business, there's buyers that hit us up for unrealistic pricing that literally would put farmers out of business. And I'm like, you guys want to know why you can't find any more product? Because you were literally paying dudes $150 to $200 a pound when it cost them $200 to $250 to grow it. And they just had to sell it to you at that because they had no one else to buy it and they needed money. So it's like,
it's fucked.
Lots of buyers right now bought themselves out of the market too because, those farms that had to sell at a below cost aren't around anymore.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, everything's now.
It's crazy.
You think there's ever going to be like a U-turn in Humboldt? There's going to be some new farms popping up?
I mean, I think there'll always be your select craft people up here.
Yep.
For sure. There is select craft people in
There'll always be that reputation.
There'll always be that reputation, I hope. The problem is with that reputation is for a long time, people up here wanted to have like a stamp, Humboldt grown, But the problem with that is everyone up here thinks their weed's the best in the world, and it's not. Like compared to every single farm is different. And when you compare a lot of what was traditionally done in Humboldt to all these mega indoors with all the highest tech stuff, most people that look at weed and kind of know weed, they all think the indoor is better, and most of the time it really is. It's climate controlled perfect. And most of the times it really smokes
autopilot weed.
You know what I mean? So it's a lot of people go the hash route up here. The mixed light route is great. It's there's a few less people because the flower is, if you don't have it coming out like indoor and you're getting depth prices in a greenhouse like this, you're screwed. But yeah, I don't think it'll ever U-turn like it used to, like it was. I mean, there's no way. There used to be, so much more money up here and community vibe and school events because every grower was paying for school stuff and won't be like that ever again.
Damn, that's kind of sad, dude.
It is sad for sure, but it's just every industry has that. Alcohol had that with prohibition.
True.
I mean, every industry seems to have some type of, and it's not over. It's there will be. I mean, look at us. We're young. We're.
Yeah, you guys are doing fine.
There's going to be so many kids, and even you. There's going to be so many kids that make millions of dollars off weed.
Yeah.
Make millions. There's going to be tons of people that still find their niche in weed in 2026, 27, 2030.
2036.
It's not even close to over. It's just beginning. That's what I tell my guys. I'm like, guys, we're just beginning. Wait till we have a store everywhere. Wait till I have a store in every state. And I'm sending it just from here to my store I have in every state.
It's going to be a game changer.
You know what I mean? We're just beginning, just started the market. It's just more competition, so it's harder. But you will have tons of people that know how to use other tools such as YouTube and all these other cool things that maybe the old school growers aren't as good at using, come into the market and just change the game, bro.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I love innovation. I love new technology, testing new stuff. Not being scared of change. I mean, change is hard, but not being scared of change is you got to be the first one to do it in the industry.
Adapt.
You got to adapt, bro. You have to.
Can't stay the same forever.
It's one of the main things I learned in my business is at school for my MBA program is always adapting. I mean, companies literally, once they make enough money, bro, they just waste money on research and development all the time to make whatever they're making better. Their Nike shoe, they got a whole research and development team on how to make it better.
Yep.
And just waste the money on it because it's worth it. They find that one thing,
bro.
It's not a waste of money. They find that one thing. Oh my God, we do it this way, then this result. Boom, we just saved $1 million or made $1 million or more or whatever. So yeah, lots to go in this industry.
Well, Luke, I got to say, I mean, it's been super sick coming up here and checking everything out. This is really, seriously, probably the most impressive setup I've ever seen.
I appreciate it, man.
This shit is sick.
For sure.
And for everyone at home who somehow hasn't tapped in with you yet, where can they find you at?
We got our YouTube now popping, so that's just Terp Mansion on YouTube. Instagram, Terp.Mansion. We're in the California dispensaries. If you go to our website, terpmansion.com, you can do the weed maps thing and find all the stores we're in. And yeah, we're really going in depth on our YouTube now with our processes. We're really showing everyone the day in the life, which is what you guys just really experienced with this walk. So if you want to see a more future, in depth to everything we're doing, check out my YouTube channel. We'd love to have you on too.
Sick. Let's do it.
Let's do it, guys.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. Gobcast episode, whatever the hell. I think 118. I don't
Episode
really
Terp
know.
Mansion, baby. That's what it is.
Yeah, Terp Mansion episode. Number whatever, dude. Figure it out. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you all in the next one. Go support Luke. Follow all his platforms. There'll be links down below. You know where to find him. Deuces.
You're now watching the Gobcast. Viewer discretion is advised.